Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome along to your UCL Simmed Tournament Live. We are back once again for round of 16 action. This time, our evening session of the competition. We've got 4 big games coming up, including a Premier League encounter between Chelsea and Manchester United, as well as a mouth-watering clash between Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain. Don't forget, as always, if you are new to the stream, please don't forget to leave a follow. Well, it's a subscription, isn't it, on YouTube? Don't forget to leave a subscription if you are on YouTube. We are pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. And your support is always greatly appreciated. And as I said, we've got 4 games to come. I know you guys are in the building. How are we doing, Russ? Welcome to the stream. Oh, you're good as always, buddy. Reese is in the stream as well. He's put that Champions League gets me all emotional. It's great, isn't it? I love the theme. And I hope you're all good. Of course, Reese through to the next round of the competition. And then Jordan's in the building as well. Hope you're good, Jordan. Welcome along, buddy. Your game is coming up very shortly indeed. But without further ado, we've got loads of games to get through. We've got 8 legs, 4 matches. And we've already had some this afternoon. If you missed them, where have you been? It's been quite a competition. A hell of a lot of goals. And more goals definitely to come over the next couple of hours. Before we get into tonight's game, though, let's take a quick look at our fixtures that we had a little bit earlier on this afternoon. Some very good games indeed. And we started off with a mouth-watering clash between Shakhtar Donetsk and Juventus. That was Kyle against Chris Welch. Chris Welch coming out 5-2 victor against the Ukrainian side. And credit to Kyle, who already knocked out Atletico Madrid in this tournament. He just couldn't knock out another one of the big dogs. Talking about a team that could be one of the big dogs left in this competition, Red Bull Salzburg. Look at that, 6-1 win over the fairy tale story that was KD's Lokomotiv Moscow. Brilliant win for the Austrian side, and they've made it through to the quarter-final, which I will talk about in a little moment's time. Real Madrid with a tight 2-1 win against Atalanta. That was Adam Soft's team. Unlucky for Adam there. He played valiantly well, and Atalanta very nearly, in the last minute, knocking Real Madrid out. But in the end, Rowan O'Connell's side stayed pretty tight at the back. And, of course, he's going to be very excited to see whether Real Madrid can go on and win it. As for Liverpool, brilliant win for them. 4-2 against Lille and Spartak Moscow. You might have seen a little bit earlier on. Lee was playing 5 up top. Credit to him. He tried his very best to get back into the match. But ultimately, in the end, Liverpool and Will Pete's side were just too strong for him. And then, of course, as I said, we've got 4 brilliant games tonight. Honestly, if you thought those 4 were good, you haven't seen the 4 coming up. What's coming up today is a mouth-watering Premier League tie between Chelsea and Manchester United. That's coming up first. Mohamed Kader is up against Jordan Brennan. What a game that one's going to be. Our second match of the evening sees 2 sides who got through fairly comfortably. Kurt, Man United fan, and his Inter Milan side comes up against RB Leipzig and Rory Fisher. Very best of luck to those players. They're coming up after the first match of the evening. The third game, probably the best of the bunch. Manchester City taking on Paris Saint-Germain. What a game that's going to be. Nathan Hale against G6. And then to end the night in fine style, a game that actually took place in real life not too long ago. Bayern Munich and Dylan Cleary takes on Lazio, and Mr. KL, both of the managers, had pretty ruthless runs in that first game, both scoring 4+ goals. Are we going to see 4+ goals in their game again? We'll have to find out. But without further ado, Reese has asked, any chance my next leg could be late in the stream? Of course it can. We'll do the drawers for the quarterfinals. So if you have made it in, or do make it in, then do stick around at the end of the stream, because we will have that draw coming up not long after the final game has finished, and you'll be able to find out who you'll be playing in the quarterfinals, which will take place tomorrow afternoon. There will not be an evening session tomorrow. The reason why is because F1 is on at 4 p.m, and Rowan is going to be covering that. So we're just going to have an afternoon session, and the semi-finals and the finals will take place tomorrow from around about, I think might start from about 6 or 7 p.m, just to start a little bit earlier to get all of the games in. But without further ado, I think we should go into the first match of the evening. Everything is set up and ready to go. Mohamed Kader and his Chelsea side is up against Manchester United and Jordan Brennan, as I'm seeing in the chat. Rusty's saying he's doing good. Perfect to hear. Glad to hear that you're all well, my friend. As we get underway with the first fixture of the evening, very best of luck to both managers. Interesting change of system, which I'll talk about in a moment, from Jordan Brennan. Got the same team out, but he slightly tweaked it for this Premier League clash of Titans. And you know, when we had the draw last night, it was quite late in the evening. I think this was one of the games we looked at on paper and we thought, yes, this is one of those fixtures that is a must watch. And hopefully, We will get goals in this one. You're very welcome as well, Rees. And this is it. Stamford Bridge. We've seen some incredible all-Premier League clashes in recent years. I think, you could go down the list of incredible clashes. There was the Liverpool-Chelsea semi-final a couple of years ago. There was the Liverpool-Man City game, which is certainly well and truly in the memory right now. Spurs-Man City, probably the more recent of fixtures. That was quite an enthralling match to watch. Are we going to get something similar again? Of course, I have just organised the squads for both managers. So very best of luck to both of you. I don't think Mohamed's in the stream, but Jordan, of course, you can, of course, change your systems and stuff as we go along with this match. And we're underway. First fixture of the night. And it's an all-Premier League affair. And this one is a barnstormer of a match. Really excited for this game. Two big teams. One of them's going to go home. And most importantly, at the end of the day, it's an all-English affair. It means there's a lot more on the line. Now, what I have to do very quickly is set Jordan to attacking, because that's what he did tell me to do a little bit later on. Well, earlier on even, on Twitter. So he will go attacking in this game. Not ultra attack, my apologies. I don't need to go too far up the pitch. There we go. He'll go to attack early on. Mohamed's not in the stream, so unfortunately for him, or fortunately, depending on what happens, the AI will take control of his side. But we will intervene if we need to, and maybe put him on attacking. But this is only the first leg. We've got some brilliant, brilliant games to come, and we're going to start off here with the first chance of the evening. Ball played towards Werner, but it's hoofed away by David De Gea, and, well, I think we've got a fantastic, fantastic match to come. The first game always tends to be a thriller. I'm actually looking across the board. First game this afternoon had 7 goals in it. That was Juve Shakhtar. The first game yesterday was Kiev against Red Bull Salzburg. In the evening, that had 4 goals in it. The first game in the afternoon was Atalanta Basel. That had 6 goals in it. So we've never had a match to start off the evening or afternoon that hasn't had 4+ goals. So if we're going based off that, this should be an absolute barnstormer again. As Reece says he's got a test on my... no matter what, really. Yeah, you have got a big test. Whoever you get in the next round, as Martial looks to drive forward for Jordan Brennan's side. He goes for the shot, Martial, but it's good defending by Kante. In fact, it's Rudiger. Bloody hell, Rudiger was doing really good there. Pings the ball into Pulisic, who's on the left wing here. And we know, and I always say it every single time, they never cross it into the box, do they? Never, ever, ever. It's quite frustrating. I think so many times, wingers and AI could have probably whipped it in early and at least had a chance on goal, but they never do, which makes it so frustrating. As Daz has entered the building. How are we doing, Daz? Hope you're all good. Welcome to this evening's stream. I'm hoping we should be done for around about 10 o'clock tonight. Maybe 10:15. Could be a little bit later because of the draw. But that will be coming up at the end of the night, as the first 20 minutes here have been a little bit quiet, if I say so myself. Not really much going on in this game so far, as both teams just feel their way into this match. Because Man United in real life in the Champions League actually dropped out of the tournament. They were in the group alongside the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and RB Leipzig, who, funnily enough, are both still in this tournament. But, of course, because we're doing the original group stage, they do make it in. And I think Jordan Brennan will be quite happy, although he's now got to come up against the side he supports, which is quite funny, to be fair. As that guy's wearing a vest top. Must be a pretty warm night if he's wearing a vest top in the crowd. Reece saying Rudiger was going on a Zoomer run. He was going on a Zoomer run. Not as good as Zoomer, as we get our first corner of the match. And I hope you're all good, Daz, as well. I'm doing fantastically well. So here's the corner, played short into Mateo Kovacic. Good defending by Marcus Rashford. And out of play for a corner. And that guy with the vest top is there in the crowd again. Here is Ziyech. 23 minutes on the clock. Going to play it short, you would assume. He does indeed. Here's Kovacic. Got to put a good ball in. Plays it to Pulisic. Now it's into Kante. Oh, that is brilliant clearance off the line. Really, really well worked. I don't really know who cleared it, but it's back for Kovacic. Takes the shot on, and it was Aaron Wan-Bissaka who got a really, really good block on the ball. And had he not got the touch there, I think we would have been saying 1-0 Chelsea. And they've been the better side so far. Really, really organised in this game. as Manchester United come forward for the first time in this match. Here is Martial, looking to drive this away team forward. Martial, still going. Trying to get past Aspilicueta, but he's so organised at the back, and the veteran for the team is always going to be tough to stop. Here's Ziyech. What can you do here? Now to Werner, who struggled in this tournament in the early stages. Don't think he's actually scored yet. Didn't have the greatest of games, did he, against Olympiacos? I think that one probably isn't in the memory for many people. 2-0 win it was for Chelsea last time. And it wasn't even Olympiacos, sorry. I think they played Besiktas on Paul Barry's side, which was a very good result in the end. Not the most enjoyable game for the neutral. Not really much on the line in that one. Besiktas never really took it to the Premier League team, apart from one or two little saves that Mendy had to make. But he's in goal once again, Mendy, and he might have to make a few saves over the space of the next two legs. When you've got the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Martial, Rashford, it's always going to be tricky to stop those types of players. Although saying that, we're nearly 40 minutes in and they've not had a chance of the game so far. Dad says he's good, thank you. Great to hear, buddy. Thinking of what to watch on my TV, snooker or boxing or F1? Oh, tough choices. Very, very tough indeed as Pogba comes forward on the left wing. Reece James keeping close to him. Does really well there, Reece James, to mark his man. And Paul Pogba, who's playing on the left today, sends the ball out of play. Here's Donny van der Beek into Luke Shaw. Some good football here from the away side, but not really doing much with it, and that's been their problem. They were very ruthless in their game. 6-2 win against Marseille, one of the best performances of the tournament, as they opened up that Ligue 1 defence, and they never really was able to allow Infinity Football any space to go through on goal. There was the odd chance here and there, and to be fair, with the way that the tournament's panning out, 2 goals to concede isn't really too much, to be honest with you. Here's Luke Shaw. Going to drive into the middle of the pitch. And then goes back to the left wing again. He sees a little bit of space and moves into it. Now Pogba. Back to Shaw. Van der Beek. Referee's going to play on. Here's Shaw. McTominay. Inside the box. Tries to get it towards Pogba. McTominay's got it back. There's a foul. And the referee will blow for half time. And I tell you what, the referee did not want to blow his whistle there. He wanted to allow every opportunity for Chelsea to have that attack. Oh, sorry, Man U to have that attack. But in the end, it didn't come to anything. And we'll find ourselves at 0-0 in the first half of this match. We'll go straight into the second half. I would assume Jordan, who is in the building, has not asked for any changes yet. And if he does, then we'll make them. But, of course, we are in the early stages of this match. Only the first leg. There's a long, long way to go. And I don't think either manager would be too fussed if it ended 0-0, because it would be still in the balance there. And it probably would be advantage Chelsea if they got the away goal. Reese's asked, why do they not know how to cross? I honestly don't know. And it is getting to a point now where it's kind of frustrating me a little. I'm trying to not swear as much, because I do want to use this as a piece of work for uni. If I keep swearing, I'll probably never be able to use it. But it frustrates me a little bit. The fact that apparently the AI never knows how to cross on this game. It's so annoying. As we said, there's been so many times in this tournament where I think the ball could have been whipped into a player in the box. As I've been told to make a change, Dan James comes on for Marcus Rashford. So a change here from the Man United manager, Jordan Brennan, who will not be happy with his performance so far. And Marcus Rashford is the man who'll be coming off the pitch. I don't know why McTominay is up top, but he is. Let me sort that out. There we go. And Marcus Rashford will be coming off the pitch. And Daniel James comes on. So big opportunity in the match for Daniel James, of course, to maybe make a difference in this match. And let's get back to the game. Can we get the first goal of the match? Here is Martial. Lots of space to drive into. He's going to take on his man. And he plays it towards Bruno! And it's 1-0 Manchester United. You ask and you shall receive. And that's exactly what's happened, as Manchester United, who to be fair haven't been too good in this match so far, take what would probably be felt like a very undeserved lead. But they don't care. And that was a lovely goal. Look at Martial. Just holds the ball. Bruno makes the run into the box. And just like Bruno in real life, it's a simple, simple finish. for one of the best players in the Premier League. And Manchester United are 1-0 to the good. And as Bruno Fernandes scores, Daniel James will come on as Reece James is already on the pitch anyway. But good start there for United. That away goal. I say it every single stream and nearly every single game, but if you can get that away goal on the board, whether you're 1-0 down, 2-0 down, even 4-0 down, get that away goal and try your very, very hardest to get yourself back into the match, because Chelsea now have got some work to do as they're going to see some substitutions. Mason Mount going to come on here for Kovacic, and then Manchester United are going to bring on Edison Cavani for McTominay. So, a few changes for each of the Premier League sides in this all-English affair, and it's not living up to the status of a classic. But I don't think Jordan will care if he goes through and wins, even if it's a gritty performance. But here's Timo Werner, who we haven't really seen much of in this tournament so far. It's very realistic in that certain aspect. And the Tinkerman, they haven't got Tuchel in charge, so the clean sheet has gone for Chelsea. And Mohamed Kader, he'll be a little bit frustrated. He's got a fantastic side again. Chelsea are a team that should arguably be up there to win the Champions League every season. But here's Werner, hacked down by one of the Man United defenders. The referee doesn't give the free kick, and I think there'll be a few calls there for that to be given as a free kick. And Man United push forward here. 20 minutes on the clock, 1-0. Here's Rashford. Apparently, Rashford's still on the pitch. I've only just noticed that. Let me try again and make the substitution, because I've noticed an awful tendency here that every time we ask for a substitution, it doesn't make it. So let me try again here. Rashford comes off. Dan James comes on. Apologies about that, Jordan. I don't know why it hasn't made the sub. We'll have to see if it makes the sub this time, because that is quite frustrating. I've got a feeling when I go back to selecting the sides, it doesn't actually allow me to make the subs, but we've done it before. We brought players on multiple times and they've eventually come on. So I don't know why it's not doing it now. But here's Cavani, looking to drive forward. Lovely ball to Donny van de Beek, but it's cleared away by Rudiger. And Werner on his own here, he's going to have to run. Plays it to N'Golo Kante. Now Werner, long ball, but, well, Pulisic is always going to be offside in that situation. I don't know why he was picking that ball out. Waste of an opportunity. And we are going to get that change now. No, we're not. We're going to get Fred on. What the hell is going on? And James comes on in the end for Van der Beek. So he has come on. Whether that's down to my change or not, I don't know. But Daniel James did not want to come on the pitch, did he? Here's Bruno Fernandes. At the edge of the box. Fernandes. Defended by Thiago Silva. It'll come back to Fred, the substitute. And given away. And now Reece James has got to get Chelsea forward. Here's Hakim Ziyech. Not the quickest player on the pitch, but what he has got is a very diverse set of skills. Now it's Mason Mount. Pulisic getting in the way, makes it really awkward. Mount, lovely run on the left-hand side from Ben Chilwell, and it's a good save from De Gea. And we've seen time and time again the near post has been exploited. Again, the fullback coming forward, takes on the shot, but David De Gea, simple save, and out for a corner. It's going to be taken short to N'Golo Kante, flicks it in, lands at Mason Mount's feet. It's going to be really awkward for him. In fact, he'll play it back to the halfway line, and Jordan wants Van der Beek and Fred swapped around, which is what we will do right now. So let's get that sorted. And we'll swap Van der Beek and Fred. In fact, Van der Beek's not even on the pitch anymore. So I don't know what's gone on there. Obviously, Van der Beek got subbed off. So what I can do for you is looking at this formation right now. I don't think there's really anything you can do with it, to be honest with you. It's more of a case of the AI's made the subs for you and Cavani's on the pitch. So I'll leave it for now. Unless you want any of the changes made there, Jordan, I will get that sorted out for you. As anonymous name, I think you're Nathan Hale, aren't you? The absolute legend. I've sent my line up on Twitter for my match later on. Big dubs, Nathan. I will get that sorted out for you as there's a save. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even see what went on there. I was too busy looking at my phone for a second with a chat. Oh, wow. I mean, that has to be put into the back of the net. I mean, credit to David De Gea for the save, but it should be a goal. It should be 1-1 Chelsea, and we have a corner here with 9 minutes left on the clock. I assume he's going to be played short by Ziyech. No, he's going to hit it with power. Lofted towards Werner! Oh, I thought he was in. He hit the side netting. And for those of you that watched the World Cup, I think in 2014, if you remember, when Sterling hit the side netting against Italy, it was one of the most painful moments for any England fan at the fact that we all thought the goal had gone in the back of the net. I'm not going to lie, I thought that was a very similar situation again, as I've been told to move Fred and Pogba around, which we have done indeed. And with 8 minutes left on the clock now, Jordan must be thinking, I'll take the 1-0 lead and go to Old Trafford in the much better position than Chelsea, because Chelsea will need that one goal. And look, 1-0, probably not the greatest result in the world. I feel like one of these teams had to take it by the horns. And although United have, Chelsea would only need one goal themselves to get back into the match. Of course, for those of you that haven't been in the stream, golden goal is in play, and it's a chance for Mason Mount, and there it is. It's 1-1. It's Mason Mount, and with 5 minutes left on the clock, the English midfielder gets a goal back in this game. And we were literally just talking about the fact that Chelsea needed to get that goal on the board, and they have indeed. And it's the young prospect, Mason Mount. Brilliant finish in the end, first time. De Gea is never going to save it. And it's 1-1. And Mohamed Kader is not out of this tie yet. And the score is now level. And with 4 minutes left on the clock, I mean, there's not really much you can do here, to be honest, to change this game up. Maybe hope that one of the players is able to go on and get a late goal to steal the first leg. But even then, it's always going to be tricky. Here's Martial. Still coming forward, Martial. Still time for United to win it. It's going to come towards the path of Bruno Fernandes. Oh! Well, he's literally just put in the chat, Jordan, go 3-5-2 attacking. I don't think he needs to, because Bruno does it again. It's 2-1. And just like that, as Chelsea thought they got a lead in the game, they haven't, because brilliant Bruno Fernandes strikes back in an instant heartbeat. And for the one moment there where I think Chelsea fans would have been celebrating the fact that they've got back into the game, they've given away another goal. It's 2-1. And I'd assume now Jordan will want to stick with what he's got. What, 5 minutes is all that was between the goal there for Man United and the goal for Chelsea. And with 4 minutes left on the clock here, can Chelsea get a late equaliser of their own? It would be quite the end to the first leg. But 3 goals, I really wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't expecting 3 goals in the match, if I'm being truthful with you. I thought we were going to be having a very tight 1-0 lead, but 20 seconds left on the clock. Might be one more time for Chelsea to come forward in the game. Ball lofted long by Pulisic. It's a brilliant ball. It's actually Pulisic lobs it towards the path of Timo Werner. Wan-Bissaka's going to have to head it away, and he does. And the referee will blow his whistle. And Manchester United take a 2-1 lead. It was Bruno Fernandes. And as Jordan says, Bruno always saves United. And he certainly has this time. And what a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant player he is. I think words are very, very hard to describe a man of his quality. And we can literally go straight into the second leg of this match. I highly doubt that Jordan will want to change anything. So we will get Old Trafford ready for the second leg, not against Crystal Palace. Let me try that again. Reset the batteries there. That'd be quite an interesting clash, wouldn't it? Manchester United versus Palace in the Champions League. Maybe one day. You never know. Very doubtful, isn't it? But let's go into that second leg now. As it stands, Manchester United, with that 2-1 lead in the game, that last minute goal was so crucial for Jordan Brennan, because now Chelsea have got to score 2 to take this game. 1 is not enough. And we'll go into the match now. Don't forget to put your score predictions in the chat for the second leg. I'll be quite interested to see what you guys think is going to go on in this match. But Old Trafford is the venue. Are we going to see another enthralling Premier League affair? As John has told me to go 3-4-1-2 for this match. And you've perfectly timed that, my friend, because I can get you to that formation in a heartbeat. So 3-4-1-2, the approach here from the Manchester United manager. That would be Van der Beek, McTominay. That would be Rashford there. And then Shaw in the defence. Perfect. So very best of luck, Jordan. I know Mohamed isn't in the stream, but if he is, very best of luck, Mohamed Kader. If he is watching on, I think he'll be watching on quite anxiously right now, hoping that his team can get back into it, but we get ourselves underway. As Dimski's in the building. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're good, my friend. He's put Chelsea 2-1, then pens. Unfortunately, it'd be golden goal, sadly. I don't know what's going on with the semi-final mode, but it now doesn't allow me to play 2 legs, which is quite confusing. So it would have to be golden goal to decide the winner of the match, which is a real shame indeed. But it's going to be a chance here for Chelsea to come forward. Ball lofted towards Mason Mount. Doesn't get there in the end. And had he have got a touch on the ball and maybe put it in, that would have been quite the interesting start to this Premier League affair. But a change of system for Man United. 3-4-1-2, the original formation which Jordan played in that game against Marseille. The 6-2 thriller of a match. Thriller if you're a Man United fan. Awful if you're a Marseille fan. As Daz says, he thinks it's going to be 2-1 United, which would be quite a good result. And Martial looks to get the first one in the game. Here's Martial. Brilliant tackle in the end, but Martial gets it back, and Martial makes it 1-0 on the night. And surely now Chelsea are finding themselves in a real spot of bother if their Champions League dreams are to stay alive. And it was a quality tackle from N'Golo Kante. The ball just landed back at the feet of Anthony Martial. I don't really think he expected it, but because he got the ball, it was a simple finish. And just like that, there's going to be a fantastic opportunity for these teams, specifically Manchester United, to go through to the next round. Sebastian's asked if this is round of 16 simulation, then how are 2 English teams playing each other? Because we're not basing it properly on the rules of real life. Well, partially we are, but it's real life managers. So Jordan Brennan in the chat is the manager of Man United. Chelsea is managed by Mohamed Kader. And to be honest, the rule stopping teams from playing each other, I don't agree with. I don't think it's fair. I think they should get rid of it, in my personal opinion. But for the sake of this tournament, we've not included that because it's boring. I'd have to sit there and it made the draw messy, basically. So why not have teams come up against each other? It's more fun, isn't it, when you've got derbies and clashes like this in the game. So Jordan Brennan now 3-1 up with his aggregate score. Chelsea on attacking, as you would expect. They need to go for it, and they're going to have to score quite the abundance of goals now in this game. And of course, I'm just going to keep a tally as well of the actual score in the match. 2 goals would be enough to send this to extra time for Chelsea. I didn't know about that rule. That's whack. Yeah, I don't like the rule. I think it's up to. Is it? I think Sebastian might know. Is it the quarter? No, it's the round of 16. I'm pretty sure when it comes into play, isn't it? When teams can play off against each other. I think. I might be wrong, but I definitely know the no, it isn't. It's the quarterfinals. My bad, because they don't have a round of 32, do they? In the Champions League, they just have a round of 16, the quarters. So yeah, it's the quarters when teams can come up against each other, which I don't like. I think they need to get rid of it. It's not fair. And then Sebastian's asked, are all the teams taken for this tournament? Yes, we're going to do another tournament in the near future, which I think is going to be a Europa League one. So I'm going to announce that a little bit later on. Maybe not straight away after the tournament, but maybe when we've finished, a little later on, we might announce it, and then people can start putting their names down for it. But long ball here to Timo Werner, and well, I mean, that's Timo Werner for you, isn't it? Awful ball in the end, and we're just seeing that Martial finish again. Brilliant goal, and Jordan Brennan is finding himself just a few steps away from the Champions League quarterfinals. Timo Werner's apparently picked up an injury, which I think is just his fraud way out of saying he's been pretty poo in this game so far. And then Sebastian's put in the chat, yeah, round of 16 teams can't play with each other from the same nations. Quarterfinals, anyone can. It's the Europa League, isn't it, where they've got the round of 32 because you've got the extra teams. But for the sake of this tournament, it's better having teams coming up against each other, isn't it? More fun. Makes for exciting different matches that you wouldn't actually get in the UCL. But Chelsea need some goals. Here's Giroud. Going to play the ball to N'Golo Kante. Lots of space on the right for Mason Mount to run into. You can see the overlapping run from Reece James. Jordan saying at half-time he wants James on for Wan-Bissaka, which we will do that for you indeed. Here's Kante. Tries to get round his man. And the ball is eventually played back to David De Gea, who will pass it round the back. And 10 minutes left of this first half here. If Chelsea don't get a goal soon, the dreams of a quarter-final for Mohamed Kader are going to fade away. Here's Mason Mount. Now to Reece James. They've been really using that right-hand side of the pitch for a lot of this first 40 minutes. And he's still going, James. Here's Mason Mount. Inside the box. It's Giroud! It's in. Game on. And Chelsea are not done and dusted yet. And Giroud, the man, the myth, the legend, the god amongst men, puts the ball in the back of the net. And well, it's a different team for this second leg from Chelsea. A lot of different players in there. But Olivier Giroud steps up and puts Chelsea right back into this game. And remember, one goal would be enough to send this game to golden goal. It's 1-1, 3-2 on aggregate. And Olivier Giroud puts Chelsea right back in this tie. Brilliant work from the Frenchman. Adam says, was playing football during my game today. Sorry I couldn't be there. Don't apologise. So you're good, Adam. He's put, good to be out though. Wishing Rowan and Real Madrid all the best for the rest of the tournament. Class from the Atalanta manager. I tell you what, Adam, there would have been major limbs because there was a chance, I think, in the 89th minute where had you have scored, you would have gone through. And it was just a quality save from Courtois to ultimately keep Real Madrid in the tournament. Very valiant effort and credit to your team. Organised very, very well. And hopefully we'll get Adam back in again for the Europa League tournament as well. Because, as I said before, when I do announce it, spaces will fill up incredibly quick. We've already kind of got, not a list going, but we've got people already saying they want to put their name down before I've even made it. Here's Rashford though. Plays it into Donny van der Beek. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant Man United. It's 2-1. It's 4-2 now. And it's Donny van der Beek who joins the party. And the Dutchman might have just sealed it for Manchester United. And Chelsea now still need 2. That would put them through to the next round. But another game with a 6-goal thriller, and it's Donny van der Beek, who's just so used to sitting on the bench for Manchester United. Gets a start under Jordan Brennan, and look at the passion from the Dutchman. He knows how crucial that goal is in this clash. And literally just before half-time, the referee blows his whistle. Manchester United 2. And we're going to have that change now for Jordan. He said at half-time, bring James on for Wan-Bissaka. We will bring him on indeed. And then we'll get back into that match. I am going to obviously change Chelsea's tactics up slightly because Mohamed's going to have to push for it in this game. So, thank you very much, Russ. James on for Wan-Bissaka is the change that we're going to get on Manchester United's behalf. And then for Chelsea, well, at this stage, you've got to go for it, haven't you? If I'm being honest with you. You need, 2 goals minimum in the match? So I would assume we know what tactics everyone's been going for. The 4-2-4 is probably one of those tactics that they would be playing. So it would be Werner and Giroud up top. You've got Mason Mount. And then Ziyech on the wing. And we'll take Azpilicueta off and leave James there. And then there's only one man I think you could bring on. Is actually take Kovacic off and put Pulisic on there. So a slight tweak of system as well for Chelsea. I think that's probably what most managers would do. Really go for it in this match. But let's see if Chelsea can come back in the game as we enter the second half of this Champions League round of 16 clash. Man United 2, Chelsea 1. Donny van der Beek might be about to put himself as the hero in this affair. But there's still a long way to go. Let's not count Chelsea out yet. Adam saying must have been 2 tight games to be fair, but proud of my Atalanta men. Defo up the Europa League one. Big dubs. We'll have you down for that, that's for sure, Adam. But I think the first game ended 2-1, and then the second game ended 0-0. But I tell you what, they were very, very good, Atalanta. I did think for a second we were about to see Real Madrid get knocked out as well, but here comes Daniel James, the substitute. First touch on the ball in the game. Lofts it into the box towards Pogba. Mendy pushes the ball away. Not the most convincing clearance in the world. And eventually, Rudiger's just got to hoof the ball up the pitch. Sebastian's asked in the chat, which other teams are qualified into the quarters? As it currently stands, Sebastian, my friend, it is Juventus, Red Bull Salzburg, Real Madrid and Liverpool. So a lot of big teams left in it now as Rashford looks to come forward here. Plays the ball into Pogba. Lofted towards Rashford again. Not the best defending at the back. Rudiger needs to move the ball away. I don't know what's going on here. That was strange. And now, what's going on? What is that? I mean, I can't even explain what went on there. Moment of madness as Edison Cavani's going to come on for Anthony Martial as the AI begins to make changes in the match. But what went on there? I can't even describe what was going on. That's just typical FIFA rubbish in terms of the gameplay. Here comes Man United again though. McTominay into Bruno Fernandes. And Daniel James is offside. And what we are going to do very quickly is we are going to put Chelsea on attacking. Because I think Mohamed Kader would probably want that for his side in the game. So Chelsea go attacking. And we go back into the final 30 minutes of the match. Chelsea looking to get 2 goals. It would be enough to send this match to Chelsea. Well, they'd go through to the next round, wouldn't they? Because they've got 3 away goals. Man U only got 2, and there might be a chance here for them to get 1 back. Here's Giroud playing it into Hakim Ziyech. Now Reece James. They really need to get that ball up the pitch. I think we've seen a lot of teams in this tournament where when they do need goals, there's a bit more of a sense of urgency. Chelsea quite calm right now. They've got the firepower up top to get 1 back. But they need it fairly quick here. Because, look, Man United have been very tough to stop in this tournament so far. Another very, very good game. Not as good as the Marseille performance. It hasn't been nowhere near as good by any stretch of the imagination. But they've taken Chelsea on. They've done very, very well indeed. And I have to give them credit. It was very, very good overall. As Sebastian says, it was just maybe the next simulator tournament should be Euros, but with the old format instead of the new one. Just a suggestion. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad shout. I think maybe that'll be one we could do in the summer. And we'll hold it off, because the Euros one that we did on Twitch was very, very fun indeed. And of course with that you don't have to do draws and that, because we can play it out on PES. But here comes Daniel James. Chance to whip it into the box. It comes towards Cavani. Nowhere near him, but it comes to Van der Beek anyway, and that's game over. Man United 5-2 on the night, and Chelsea will be going out of the Champions League. And yet again, Jordan Brennan's side run riot in the competition. And it wasn't the greatest of crosses. It was a really poor ball into the box, and eventually, I think, I'm trying to see who gave the ball away. It was one of the Chelsea defenders that got a slight touch of the ball. It landed at Donny van der Beek's legs, and he smacks it in for a brilliant finish. And just like that, Jordan Brennan is through to the next round. Mohamed Kader's going home, unless he can score 3 goals in 20 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen personally. And literally, as I was just saying, not the most enthralling of performances from Jordan. I kind of have to take that back. 5 goals scored is quite an achievement against Chelsea as well. And the real question on everyone's lips is who's going to stop Man United in this competition? Because right now, nobody seems to stop them. Here is Reece James. I mean, a goal back here would make things a little bit interesting with 15 minutes left, but time is of the essence. Here is Timo Werner giving the ball away instantly, and I've got to say Werner's been shocking in this tournament so far. Really, really poor. And I think Mohamed Kader will be absolutely fuming. Giroud's had a much better game than him, and well, that's Giroud for you. He's an incredible player. Here is Bruno Fernandes. Lots of space, and he's going to drive forward. Still on the ball now, Fernandes. Plays it to Donny van der Beek, who's on for a hat-trick. Back to Donny van der Beek again. Could he be the first player to take the match ball home? We'll have to see. Pogba plays it into the box. Good defending by Thiago Silva. And Russ has put Man U won't win this game with the winky face. Still time for Chelsea. But it needs to be hoofed up the pitch. Here's Rudiger. You'd assume he's going to hit this one long. He doesn't. He's actually forced to play it back to Thiago Silva. 5-2. 7 goals again. Every single opening fixture never seems to disappoint. And credit to Manchester United, who I do feel like are one of the best sides in the competition so far. Here's Reece James, just not giving the ball to anyone. Back heel to Jorginho. What can the Italian do here? Just come onto the pitch a few moments ago. Now Pulisic. Into Marcos Alonso. Back to Pulisic again. Giroud. Alonso. Some good football, but not doing really much with it. We've seen that a fair few times in this competition. Pulisic. And out of play for a corner. And well, at this stage, it's only going to be a consolation goal for Chelsea, but I guess they'll take every goal that they could possibly get. Ball's going to be lofted towards Havertz. Giroud nearly gets there. Cleared by, I think it's Paul Pogba in the end. And Donny van der Beek gets the ball back. Here's Pogba. Players pushing forward. Reece James, Luke Shaw. And the referee blows his whistle. It is another convincing performance from Manchester United in the competition. There is a sense of ruthlessness about this. And whoever gets them in the next round is certainly going to be worried about them. Quality performance in the end from Jordan Brennan's side. And this all-Premier League affair ends 5-2. Donny van der Beek with 2 goals. Who's going to stop Manchester United? That's the question. And in this section of the tie, the second leg, it's Manchester United 3, Chelsea 1. But overall, it ends Manchester United 5, Chelsea 2. Who's going to stop them? That is the question. I think that's going to be on a lot of people's lips right now. I mean, brilliant game overall. Congratulations, Jordan. Through to the next round of the competition. One potential step away from getting at least minimum the 3rd place spot. But we're going to move on into our next game in a second. Sebastian has asked, how do you announce these tournaments? Is there a Discord for this or something else? Usually, we just announce it live on stream. I think we tend to talk about them every time a game goes into half-time in a match. We'll announce anything that we're doing on the channel. So, as I said, do stick about. If you are new, please do leave a subscription. Greatly appreciate it if you do so as we push towards 2k subs. And as I said, we will announce that Europa League tournament soon, because I tell you what, you guys are demanding it. You want it, and we'll give it to you guys at some point in the near future. Right then, we're going to take a few minutes break. Not really long. It'll be about 2 minutes, if that, as we set up our next match of the evening. We've got more games still to come, and the next match on the board is this. Kurt, Man United fan, is up against Rory Fisher. It's Inter Milan taking on RB Leipzig. Both teams did very well, I've got to say, in the last round. Both won quite comprehensively. But the real question is, can they do it again? We'll find out in a few moments. Back in 2 minutes. So let's move on to the next game of the evening. And well, I mean, as I said, for me, this one is quite an interesting tie. The reason why I'm saying this one is fairly interesting because both managers so far, they've not really been tested in this competition. And I know we've only had one game, so it's quite hard to really say whether these two teams are going to come out. Obviously, Kurt, Man United fan, manager of Inter Milan. I hope he's in the building. If so, best of luck, buddy. His team came up against Olympiacos. It was a 2-0 win, not the most amazing game in the world, if I'm being honest with you. Probably one of the more boring fixtures of the tournament so far. And that's no disrespect. It just, of course, didn't have as many goals as the rest of them. RB Leipzig came up against FC Midtjylland. 3-0 win against Benaldo. It was a very convincing result in the end. But this is a real big test for both of these teams because they've not had to come up against one of the big European major sides. And overall, I think this is going to be quite the match to watch. 3 at the back formation for Inter Milan, 5 at the back formation for RB Leipzig, and we're going to get this game underway in just a moment. As I said, don't forget, if you are new to the stream, please do leave a like and a subscription. If you haven't already, we will have a new tournament coming up, which is going to be based on the Europa League. So looking forward to that. That will be in the near future. But without further ado, let's get into our second match of the night. We are flying through. Well, it took us about 40 minutes to get through that first game, which is not bad at all. But we move on to the next game of the evening, and it's Inter Milan taking on RB Leipzig. It's Kurt, Man United against, I believe it is, I've got the name for a second there. That's really bad of me. I should remember every name. Rory Fisher, he'll be coming up against here. Rory sending his team in. Very best of luck, Rory. Very best of luck. Kurt, Man United fan, is in the building. Best of luck, my friend. This should be quite an interesting game overall. So without further ado, let's get the match underway and let's see what happens here. Now Kurt going for an approach on kind of where I've just made the team for him. I feel like I've tried to get the team sorted to the best of my ability, Kurt, so I wish you the very best of luck. As you saw a moment ago there, the tactic of RB Leipzig. Change of formation this time. They played that, I think it was a 4-3-3 in the previous game. It had Nkunku and Hwang Hee-chan and Dani Olmo, but he's changed the system up now, 2 up top, which is quite interesting, especially when we've also got Inter Milan, who were playing 2 up top themselves, but in a 3-back formation. So you would expect goals in this one. Whether we get that or not is another question, with both of these sides having fairly comfortable games in the last round, but Josh thoughts on Man United win. Very good result for you. Congratulations, John. And then Reese has put good luck, lads. Very best of luck to the both of you because I know both managers will be watching on. Rory Fisher, hope you're good, lad, if you are here. Do give us a wave in the chat if you are. As his side look to have the first opportunity in the game, and in the end it'll be Inter Milan who'll pass around the back. And I'm looking forward to this. As I said, we've got really good games across the board tonight. Here's Hakimi. He's got a lot of pace, and he'll look to maybe cross the ball into the box, which he does. Comes towards the path of Eriksson, who does slightly maybe get a touch on the ball. Doesn't really get the most amazing connection, and in the end, it will be RB Leipzig who just passed the ball around the back. And I would like to see an early goal in this game, really test the waters of these two sides. Both kept a clean sheet as well, which, funnily enough, is incredibly rare in this tournament. I think they are only one of 3 teams to keep a clean sheet. That the other team, of course, being Chelsea, who are now out of the competition. And if either of these teams can keep a clean sheet again, you have to look at them and start thinking they're probably the most organised defence in the tournament. But there's a long way to go, and I'm probably think both teams will score in this game, but it's a case of when and how. Here is Lautaro Martinez. Across the front two, Lukaku, Martinez. Very good indeed, and there's Martinez, and what a goal! Oh, what a finish! What a finish! I mean, we've had some spectacular goals today, but that has to be right up there as one of the best of the tournament. The ability to take that on, the audacity. I know it's from inside the box, but he goes for it first time, levers it, and I think Galashki gets a slight touch on the ball, but it's just not enough to keep the ball out of the back of the net. And literally, as I said, I don't think this game is going to end without both teams scoring. Lautaro Martinez with a beautiful finish to put the Italian side into the lead. And even Rory there saying it's a good finish, to be fair. There's not really much you can do about that. It's an absolute wonder goal. And we've had some quality goals today. We had that fantastic goal from Eden Hazard. We've now had that Lautaro Martinez goal. There were some brilliant goals from Salzburg as well today in their match. What a bloody good day. Very, very good day for goals. And I mean, the goal of the tournament award has certainly got a few extra contenders. I think Lazari was well on course to win that with his thunderous strike against Sevilla yesterday in the round of 32. But maybe Lautaro Martinez might give Inter Milan the confidence they need to maybe bag a few more in that match. John says whoever gets United should and must be scared. I think any team that's got to the quarterfinals will be scary to face, regardless of whoever it is. Of course, United, scored 11 goals, done very well indeed, but there's a long way to go in this competition, my friend. And for those of you that are in the quarterfinals, don't forget, after our fourth match tonight, which is Bayern Munich taking on Lazio, we will have the draw. There'll be like a 2-minute break. We'll get the draw set up, and then we will, of course, end the night with the quarter-final draw, with those fixtures taking place from tomorrow afternoon. There won't be a nighttime stream. The reason why is because Rome will be live with the F1 Bahrain Grand Prix watch-along. First event as Poulsen's in here, and Poulsen scores! Brilliant finish! And there we go, as both teams, as we expected in a match of this quality, find themselves one apiece. And it's that man, Yusuf Poulsen, the Dane. He's quick, he's tall, and he's not going to be easy to stop for Inter Milan. And look at the run there. Awful defending from Inter Milan, if I say so myself. The space is criminal for a player of Yusuf Poulsen's quality to be able to get into. And it's a lovely finish from the Dane in the end. And just like that, one apiece in this match between RB Leipzig and Inter Milan. Are we on course again for another quality fixture? We had, 7 goals in the first game, 2 goals already in the second match. Teams just don't know how to defend, but it's made for quite an enthralling tournament. Unlike the PES one was a brilliant tournament, and we will definitely do another one on PES. There are some there's some interesting stuff that goes on in PES. There are some moments where, let's be honest, it is not realistic. And if Will Pete's in the chat, or one of the guys, they can agree. There's some quite poor moments, I think is the best way to put it. But we also had some very, very good matches, unexpected results, and that's what made that tournament very, very special. And no doubt, we might do another Euro tournament just before the Euros start. So do keep your eye out on that, because we will have more free time in the near future, which will make it better for us to run these types of tournaments and get you guys involved. Here is Kolarov, though, playing as a centre-back today, former Manchester City man. Here's Vidal into Ericsson, now Lukaku. Can the two forwards link up again here? This time they can't, as Lukaku's ball is a little poor, and RB Leipzig will look to push up the pitch here. But a sloppy pass gives the ball back to the home side, and with about 30 seconds left of the first half, there might be one more opportunity here. The goal scorer Martinez. Lukaku trying to get it back to Lukaku again, Martinez. He flicks the ball to Perisic. Lots of space, and he's offside. And, well, the ball is in the back of the net, but that goal will not count. And Inter Milan there, once again, just showing the quality that they've got in attack. It's going to be tough to stop them as the referee blows the half-time whistle. It's one apiece in this match, and I think both managers would be quite happy with that so far. We'll go into the second half, and of course, if any of the managers do want to make a change, then do say so in the chat, and we will make it as the game continues on. But it's a good start. Very even, which is something that I think can be said about quite a few games, especially in the first leg. We've had a lot of even matches where teams have just struggled maybe to break others down early on, and then when we get to that second leg, it's been a little bit more open, where one side maybe takes advantage of the opposition and bags a few goals in the game. Here is Lautaro Martinez, the goal scorer. Plays it into Lukaku, who's at the edge of the box. Might want to take it on. And tries to backheel it to Martinez. And in the end, it doesn't come off. And might be a chance here for RB Leipzig to come forward. Referee plays the advantage. Here's Poulsen, the goal scorer for RB Leipzig. Now into Angelino. Back to Poulsen again. Here's a Upamecano. Reza said we're looking to do the YouTube channel after uni. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We've always said for us it's a bit of fun, but eventually one day we'd love to see if we could maybe make it a job. It'd be nice. I doubt it. It's very, very hard in the YouTube world, isn't it, to be able to make stuff a job, but you never know. We'll have to see. There's going to be a corner here, and it'll be the first change of the match as the AI is going to bring on Soloff for Hwang Ki-chan, but a corner here to defend for Inter Milan. Sorry, for RB Leipzig even, and they defend it very well. And we are going to see another change for RB Leipzig as Angelino comes off the pitch and Benjamin Henrichs comes on. So 2 changes for Leipzig. And another corner to defend here, which Brozovic will whip in. It comes towards Lukaku, who does get a slight touch on the ball. And you can see it again there. It was actually Lautaro Martinez, sorry. And that will go out of play for another corner. It's going to be played short this time. Christian Eriksen. Awful touch. Very nearly somehow gets the ball back, and RB Leipzig are going to have to play it out the back here. 30 minutes left on the clock of the first leg. 1 apiece. I think both managers would be quite happy with that, to be honest with you. Neither side has really taken a foothold in the game, which allows both managers to be quite positive. Here's Poulsen. Back heel to Soloff, the substitute. What can the Norwegian do? Nearly gives the ball away, but Campbell gets it back. Sabitzer into Soloff. Brilliant. It's 2-1, an RB Leipzig strike, and it's the substitute Soloff, who must have been on the pitch for about 5 or 10 minutes, and he gets the goal that RB Leipzig needed. That's 2 away goals, and are we about to see another big side knocked out? Credit to Leipzig, they are a tough, tough side to face, but Inter Milan are 2-1 down in the first leg, and Kurt Man United fan will not be happy that his side have conceded, and it's Soloff, who, as I said, hasn't been on the pitch for long, and he gets a lovely, lovely finish. And Rory Fisher saying, lovely move. It was indeed. It was a cracking, cracking goal. And in the end, Leipzig have the advantage in this match with 25 minutes left on the clock. And what we can say is that the quality of goals today has been exceptional. There's not really been many bad goals. And here comes Lautaro Martinez, the scorer of a quality goal earlier on. Lukaku, edge of the box. Plays it into Vidal. Good save from the keeper. Oh, it's in! And literally, as I've just said, we haven't had a bad goal. Now we have! It's 2-2. It's a calamitous error at the back from Leipzig. And I must have just jinxed it there. Look at this. I mean, words cannot describe the calamitous error at the back. He smacks it against the head of Gulacki. It's a quality header from the goalie. And just like that, it's going to go down as a Konate own goal. And it's 2-2 on the night. And honestly, we were literally just saying that we haven't had any bad goals in the tournament. I think that is the most unlucky goal we're going to ever see. So unlucky. And RB Leipzig are going to have to come forward again now with 20 minutes and try and get another goal in this game, as Inter Milan just will not back down. But neither will Leipzig. Here's Henrichs. Can they make up for that calamitous error at the back? Campbell into Sabitzer. And Conrad Lima, lots of space in the midfield. It's played to Soloff, who, I mean, if you can get another goal in this game, that will be quite fantastic for RB Leipzig. In fact, what Leipzig are probably hoping for is that Inter Milan do something similar, but I've never seen a goal like that in FIFA. It's awful, but here comes Eriksen, waiting for the run of Lukaku. Long ball towards Hakimi, who's offside, and that was a real waste. I think Eriksen should have probably kept running there. And there'll be a few changes. with, 13 minutes left on the clock. Nicola Barella will come on for Ericsson, and I've got to say that's probably the right decision after that awful run. And then Kunku comes on for Sabitzer. Both teams looking to try and get that important goal for the second leg and have an advantage. Here is Conrad Lima playing as a CDM in this game. Now Poulsen, who scored in the match, 2 forwards doing very well indeed. Henriks, Sorloth, as Dimsky said, it was an instinctive header. I mean, it's a powerful header from Galacki, but I've never seen anything like that in FIFA. That is absolutely bonkers. Here's Poulsen, gives the ball away, and with 6 minutes on the clock now, maybe Inter Milan are starting to believe that they can take the first leg with a 3-2 victory. As Handanovic kicks the ball out of play. And that, again, the AI has an awful tendency of just booting the ball out of play for no reason. Here's Henriks. Now Poulsen. And Kunku. Poulsen. Still Poulsen. Lima. Back to Poulsen again. You can see the bodies are trying to stop RB Leipzig from coming forward. Advantage to Inter Milan here with a free kick, and Nicola Barella, the substitute, will ping the ball to Brozovic on the left wing. Good touch from the Croatian. You'd assume he'll play back to Barella, which he does. Still going here, Barella. Ivan Perisic. He's onside. The Croatian. Maybe got a chance here. We've got, a minute left of the additional 2 minutes of time. And he needs somebody to come towards him because he can't do much right now. Still got the ball, Perisic. Still got the ball, Perisic. Still got the ball. Is he going to do anything with it here? Or is the referee just going to blow the whistle? Perisic. And what a waste of time that was. Well, I mean, he literally must have spent about 5 minutes of in-game time on the wing there with the ball. But the first leg ends 2-2. And I mean, quite a controversial goal in the game from Ibrahim Konate. If you want to see it again, I mean, I have never, ever seen anything like that in my entire life on FIFA. Never seen anything like it. I have no idea why he's gone to hoof the ball in that situation, but it goes in, and well, I'm not going to play it anymore for Rory Fisher's sake. And we'll get ourselves sorted out for the second leg of this match. RB Leipzig, the home side, Inter Milan away, and let's hope there's no more calamity errors like that at the back. And credit to Rory Fisher there, he says it's a fair result. And fair play to him, because at the end of the day, if I was one of the managers who just watched that happen, I would have been absolutely fuming with Konate there. I mean, Galacki's not even looking up. As I've accidentally clicked on Piemonte Calcio, my bad. Let me try that again. RB Leipzig. And they will be playing off against Inter Milan. That's the team I wanted. Just skip past them quickly. There we go. So let's go into the next match now. As it stands, 2-2 on aggregate. And well, let's hope there's no more errors at the back. Because I have absolutely no idea what happened there. And I think that would be one of the goals that is talked about for quite some time in this tournament. So 2-2. Who's going to take it? A 4-goal thriller in the first leg. Are we going to have another 4-goal thriller again? Or is it going to be one of those matches where one of the team runs away with it? And I'm actually looking back at some of the previous fixtures that we've had over the last couple of hours. We've had a lot of very tight games. This is the current pattern of second legs. The Juventus Shakhtar game ended 4-2 in the second leg. The Salzburg game ended 4-0 in the second leg. Liverpool Spartak Moscow was 2-2 in the second leg. And Chelsea Man United was 3-1 in the second leg. So if we're going back based on that, we'd expect another 4 goals again in this incredible fixture. As Mukiele looks to drive RB Leipzig forward here in the opening few minutes. Here's Hwang Hee-chan. Plays the ball into Sabitzer. Brilliant! It's beautiful football from RB Leipzig. And you could say that's poetic justice for the calamitous error at the back. And the home side take the lead within the first about 10 minutes of the match. And look again, the space from Inter Milan. It's awful defending at the back. And Sabitzer takes it on. Goalkeeper's never going to save it. And just like that, it's 1-0 to RB Leipzig. And as Dimsky put 0-0, he'll see in about 2 seconds when the goal goes in. Benbo Gaming's asked, are you doing another tournament like this again? Because I was in the first one. I didn't know you were doing this one. Yes, Benbo. We will be doing another tournament in the near future. And what I will try to do is I'll try and see if I can stream it on both Twitch and YouTube. Because, of course, we've been focusing on the YouTube side of stuff a hell of a lot recently. But I'm going to stop for a second because Martinez is hungry for another goal in this tournament. Here's Brozovic. Now to Lukaku. What can Lukaku do here? Ericsson. Oh! I thought for a second that was going in and I don't know why. It was probably nowhere near the goal. Let's see that effort. Yeah, it was always going away from goal. I thought for a second that was going to be another screamer. Louis Champagnon saying Fisher manager of the tournament so far. I mean, every goal that Leipzig have scored has been absolutely quality. I don't think there's been one bad goal from them. And fair play. Even when the game tries to stop you from winning, Rory Fisher's side have been spectacular to watch. As I think the referee there is giving a free kick to Leipzig. Will says the team has bought into Fisher's tactics. They certainly have. And I will say, are Leipzig up there as one of the candidates maybe to go on and win the tournament? They've been so convincing, in my opinion, not just in this tie, but we saw them against Midtjylland. They were so organised, and I genuinely can't remember a single bad goal they've scored. But Handanovic, under some pressure, is giving the ball away. Hwang Hee-chan takes it down, goes for goal, and eventually it's blocked. And real pressure there for a second, and maybe Inter Milan could have gone 2-0 down there for Handanovic's error, and that would have been 2 errors from both sides. But Handanovic can breathe from the moment there, because the mistake doesn't cost them. Here comes Lautaro Martinez. And as much as Leipzig have been brilliant to watch, this Inter team have also been quality at times and just will not back down. Here's Brozovic. Good defending at the back from Leipzig. And the German side will come forward here. Bembo Game says, where can I find out? Because I would have been in this if I knew. Basically, Bembo, we're doing a lot more stuff on YouTube now than Twitch. That's going to change. We are looking to do a lot of Twitch content in the near future. The reason why I've been doing the YouTube stuff is because being so well on here, we've been focusing on YouTube for now, but I believe in the next few weeks we're looking to do some Twitch content. Not necessarily going to be all gaming, some different stuff on there as well. So we'll, of course, talk about it a little bit more when I know when I know a little bit more, because we're currently in the stage of planning what to do with Twitch and stuff. Because we're going to have a hell of a lot more free time. I mean, pretty much for me now, after, next week? I think I'm free till about September time. So it means a lot more opportunities to be able to do stuff like this, where I can sit back all day and watch two bots go up against each other and watch you guys get the tactics and the passion going. Here's Campbell though. Going to come forward. Still going. And as I said, we did the Euro tournament on Twitch, and that went really, really well. So I thought maybe bring the Champions League one onto YouTube, and as I said, you guys have been absolutely nutty. With the way it's going, we're going to have to do a 64-man tournament. Because there's just so many of you that want to play. Russ has put, I'd love to be in the next tournament if possible too, Josh. Of course you can, Russ. You are more than welcome to, my friend. I'd love to get you involved. We will definitely get you in there. Louis Champagnon saying Fisher must be a Liverpool fan. Taking tips off Klopp best off the way his team has played. And they're coming forward again here. Here's Josef Poulsen. Into Conrad Laimer at the edge of the box. Oh! It's beautiful football from Leipzig. You just cannot take your eyes off this team. They are beautiful to watch. What a goal. I mean, the passing play is exceptional. Sabitzer gets another goal. And I mean, this is unbelievable. I am in awe of Rory's tactics right now. Immaculately set up well. It's 4-2 on the night, and Inter Milan have got to get 2 goals in this game minimum to get themselves back into this match. Wow. Absolutely beautiful to watch, if I say so myself. I mean, Will's just put what a move. Louis Champagnon, Fisher delivering absolute pasting. Here he is. Inter are getting battered, and there's not much that Kurt Man United fan can do about it. And I tell you what, Leipzig, if you do get through to the next round, whoever gets them is going to have a right tough game. Here's Perisic looking to try and get a goal back in the match. Lautaro Martinez on the left wing tries to cut in and doesn't come to anything, and you just start to believe that Inter Milan don't know what to do against this side. I haven't seen anybody in this tournament, in my opinion. We've had some good teams, we've had some good attacking sides, but the goals and the quality, I don't think I've seen a team score brilliant goals for every single goal they've scored in the tournament, unlike Leipzig. As Will's put, if anyone wants to be part of the Europa League, I'll start making a list now, just comment below. So there we go, Will's going to make a list for the Europa League sim. If you want to take part, we'll get a list going now then, as Will's going to get that sorted for us. It won't happen straight away. It might be like 2-3 weeks before we do it. The reason why is because I've got the Premier League of Darts next week, so I'm pretty much booked up for a week. And then even after that, there's a few other things going on as well. But if you want to do Europa League one, put your name in the chat now, and you get first dibs. Because what I will do is at the end of the tournament, I'll make a graphic to advertise it, and I'll post it up on Twitter. I'll post it on other social media as well, and we'll get it sorted out to do that tournament. But if you want to play along, put your name in the chat, and we will get you involved in that Europa League tournament. I mean, with the way it's going, those 32 spots are going to fill up very quick. It'd be great to do a 64-man one day, but I'd be here like all year, wouldn't I? I'd be here all year playing it. Here comes Ivan Perisic giving the ball away though, when RB Leipzig now got a chance to push forward. Here's Sabitzer into Sorloth, long ball to Mukiele, who's onside. Good touch from the Frenchman. Pings it to Poulsen, who does really well to get the touch. And Campbell gives the ball away, and Eriksson can push forward. Here's Lukaku. Lots of space on that left-hand side. He really needs to play the ball, and does. Vidal could dink it towards Lautaro Martinez. Good chance for Lautaro, and he's done it again. It's another brilliant goal, and Inter Milan will just not back down. It's 4-3 on the night. And the Argentinian, with 7 minutes on the clock in this second half, brings Inter Milan back into the game. And for all the credit we've given RB Leipzig so far, Inter Milan need credit as well, because they just don't seem to be backing down. And Lautaro Martinez again, very similar finish to the one before. Not as good, but still a very nice finish. And it's 4-3. And he's the one man, I've got to say, on the pitch that is trying everything to get himself and Inter through to the next round. And if they do get a goal in this game, and we go to 4-4, then golden goal will be in play. So no pressure. As Dimsky says he wants to go in, Reese says he wants to go in, Bembo does, Jordan does. If you are in the chat still, we'll put Adam Soft's name down as well, because he said he wanted to be involved, and we'll get that list going. So once again, as I said, I know I said it back 2 seconds ago, but we're going to get a list going for the Europa League tournament, just because of how popular it's been. If you want to play in that Europa League tournament, put your name down in the chat, because we said the 32 spots for the Champions League went quick. I think the 32 spots for the Europa League is about to go in record time. As Kurt Man United told me to take Vidal off the pitch, I will bring you on Nicolo Barella, Kurt. I think that's your best player to bring on here. So Vidal comes off for Barella. If you do want to make any more changes, Kurt, then do tell me indeed. As Leipzig have a corner. And, I mean, if they can get another goal in this game, then, well, it's going to be quite a barnstormer of a match, this one, isn't it? As we get a change for Leipzig, going to bring on Henriks for Mukiele. So here we go, Angelino. With the chance to get the ball into the box. Laid towards Poulsen, comes to the edge to Klosterman. Here's a Upamecano, could hit if he wants to. We play it to Poulsen. Dink towards Angelino, lovely work, cuts in, still going in the Spaniard. Allowed to move into the middle of the box, and he takes the shot on, but it doesn't come to anything in the end. And now there's a chance here for Inter Milan to push up the pitch. Look at the space that Hakimi's got. He's going to drive forward, still going Hakimi. This would be absolutely unbelievable if he was to put the ball in the box, and he doesn't. But he'll move it to Eriksson, and he gives the ball away, and that's poor. So Nathan's put he wants to be in, Tubbs wants to be in. I'm pretty sure Louis as well will be in there, no doubt. That list is going to fill up stupidly quick. Oh my lord. I'm going to have to get round to preparing that. It will be about, as I said, 2 or 3 weeks after this one. Just because he's so busy right now. But the more that you guys enjoy these tournaments, the more I'm up for doing them. I don't mind putting a bit of cash on the line for you guys. Here comes Conrad Lima. Still coming forward here, the Austrian. 23 minutes left on the clock. This, for me, has been an absolutely fantastic tie. Quality, left, right and centre. Here's Sorloth. Dings it towards Poulsen, who takes on the effort. The goalkeeper gets there first. Calls for a penalty, which aren't given, and the ref plays on. Here's Emmerich. Plays it to Campbell. And the ball is given away in the end, and another chance for Inter Milan to come forward here. One more goal would seal it for a golden goal. Lukaku. Martinez. He's taken this tie into his own hands and might have to again here. Lukaku. Eriksson. Quality save, Galachki. And you can see how frustrated there I think Inter Milan will be that is not in the back of the net. 16 minutes left on the clock. And a corner that needs to be put in the back of the net. And there'll be a chance here for Brozovic to whip this in. As Dimsky says he wants Norwich City in it. Maybe one day. Or else I'll have to put Rotherham in there too. As Nkunku will come on. And Ashley Young comes on for Ivan Perisic. 19 names for the tournament. Jesus. I'm wondering if maybe we might have to change it up and get a 64-man one. With the way it's going. But ball lofted in. Lukaku gets there. But falls in the box. And Inter come forward again. Brozovic. Lukaku. Barella offside. Cleared away. Nail-biting fixture this one is. Here's Brozovic. Hakimi. 1 goal needed for Inter. 2 goals to win. Eriksson. There's still 12 minutes on the clock. This has been the longest game, but in a good way. As the referee gives a free kick. In a prime spot for Inter Milan. As Rory says he wants to play as well. We've got 12 spaces left. I might have to think about how to work this because there's going to be a lot of people missing out. As Brozovic goes for goal, but saved by Galachki. I'm in a 64 man. Wouldn't be a bad shout. I'll have to think about how to work this one because I tell you what, I didn't expect us to have 20 names on the list already. And there'll be a lot of people missing out, so I'll definitely look into it. Might do like a big 64-man one. I don't know how that'd work, but I'll sort it out. I've got weeks to do it. Here's Nkunku. Still going Nkunku. Good defending from De Vrij. 7 minutes left on the clock. And Man United fan wants to join the tournament as well. So that's another name down. But yeah, 2 or 3 weeks isn't too long, to be fair. I didn't want to leave it too long of a break in between. Originally, I had a look. I was supposed to do this tournament. I think I scheduled it to do it in August last year. And then never got round to it. Because of other stuff going on. So, realistically, it's taken me nearly a year to actually get this tournament sorted. Which is mad. But that's just because I forgot about doing it. Here's Campbell though. 2 minutes left on the clock now. Inter still need one in this game. De Vrij. Eriksson, now's the chance for Inter Milan to come forward here. Really need to make the most of this opportunity. Ball lofted towards Lautaro Martinez, who is offside, and that might be it for Inter Milan in a real quality fixture. As Gagliardini comes on for Eriksson. Might be one more chance here. Romelu Lukaku tries to get to the ball. Doesn't get it in the end, and now Leipzig come forward. Here's Poulsen. Still going. Going to hold the ball and you can't blame him. But Inter get the ball back and they need to get this ball up the pitch. Hakimi lofts it long. Gets it towards Lautaro Martinez. Referee's going to allow time to play. Still going here. And the referee blows his whistle on an absolute quality affair. I mean, this must be one of the matches of the tournament for the quality of goals. RB Leipzig have knocked out Inter Milan in what was a sensational match. Quality goals, left, right and centre from both teams. And as much as we've been giving credit to RB Leipzig for the quality of goals, we have to give credit to Inter Milan because they gave RB Leipzig a tough match. And I'll tell you what, as I said earlier, if you come up against RB Leipzig in the quarterfinals, be scared, because they are ruthless in front of goal. It ends on the night, RB Leipzig 2, Inter Milan 1, but on aggregate, it ends RB Leipzig 4, Inter Milan 3, and Rory Fisher, take a bow, my friend, because you have just put in, surely for me, the performance of the tournament. You know, we've had games where there's been 5, 6 goals in it, but we didn't have goals of that quality, and that was unbelievable. And I tell you what, round of applause to you, because that was sensational. Let's move on to the next game. Now, we're flying through these, an hour and 20. We've already got through 2 matches, so we might be done fairly quickly tonight, which is good indeed. So let's move on to that next game. It's going to be a quality match. Manchester City against Paris Saint-Germain. The brilliant games don't stop tonight. We'll be back in 2 minutes for that game. I'm going to set the teams up, and then we'll be having that match. Are we going to have another 7 goals? We'll find out in about 2 minutes. See you in a moment. Right then, here we go. Let's move on to the next game of the evening. We are absolutely flying through them tonight. And honestly, fair play to everyone, because you've sent your teams in early. You've made it nice and easy for me. And most of all, FIFA has been very nice as well, because it's letting me sort out the squads with no problem. What a game we've got next. I mean, as I said, tonight for me was the real opportunity for some world-class fixtures. And that's exactly what we've got. And for me, this is the best fixture of the entire round of 16. Paris Saint-Germain against Manchester City. Two teams in real life that have been incredible. Two teams on the virtual pitch that should be incredible. And overall, if you look for the rest of the teams in this competition, as exactly what Reza said in the chat, he's happy if one of these two teams go out of the competition because they are massive teams and it'll be a real shame for one of these two to go out. But we're going to go into the match. It's G6 versus Nathan Hale. Very best of luck to both of the managers in this game because I know they'll be very, very nervous. And if they do go through, they'll be hoping that they can go on and win it depending on who they get tonight. Because don't forget, right after our last match of the evening, which is Bayern Munich taking on Lazio, we'll have that quarter-final draw for you so you can see who comes up against who tomorrow. So we get underway with this fixture. Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain. It's a mouth-watering affair. And I tell you what, exactly what Nathan Hale has said, it's time for some fireworks because this should have everything on the line. As I've just realised I've still got PSG on. My apologies there. This should have definite fireworks in it. You'd expect so many big opportunities for both of these teams. Let's see if it can be the affair that everyone expected it to be. We've had 7 goals in both of the fixtures so far. That's 14 goals in 2 games. Surely this one has goals in it as well. Xavi Simons is up top. Go on, Nathan Hale. That's what we love to see. Xavi Simons, of course, brilliant assist for Icardi in that last match. And he'll be looking to get more assists and goals on the board today. And we might have a chance here for Xavi Simons maybe as Di Maria comes forward on the right wing. The Argentine, for me, one of my most favourite players in the last decade or so. Probably one of the more consistent footballers in world football. But a chance here for Mauro Icardi, who I think is going to be flagged as offside. And, well, he takes on the shot anyway and it hits the post. And as Jordan has perfectly put, he is right. League champions versus Premier League champions. And this is what you expect from the Champions League. Games of this quality, games of this magnitude, the very best teams against each other, as there is going to be a free kick here for Paris Saint-Germain. And Louis' name is down. Hopefully I get Spurs so I can teach that donkey Mourinho how to manage a team. Well, the thing is, there's going to be a lot of interesting teams, I'll say, at the very least. Very small clubs in there. A few clubs that might go far in the competition, but we'll have to see. And as we continue on these tournaments, I will think of more different ideas. There's a chance here for İlkay Gundogan! In! Manchester City have scored first. And well, it wasn't going to take long for a goal in this type of fixture, was it? 1-0 to Manchester City, and it's the man who's been on such good consistent form for Man City in real life who bags first. And Nathan Hale finds himself 1-0 down to Manchester City. And what's he going to do? 12 minutes on the clock. I thought he was the better team so far, but G6 with an early goal, he'll be happy with that. If G6 is in the building, do say if you're here or not in the chat. It's always nice to see the new faces of the stream taking part in these tournaments. As Nathan says, Xavi Simons might have to come off at half-time. Big call there from Nathan. Here comes Jesus though, now Mahrez, and this could be a chance to make it too. Cancelo. Still going forward here, as they always do. Probably just going to sit there and not whip it into the box. And he'll probably play it back to his centre-back. No, going to keep coming forward. Cancelo should probably lay the ball off right now. He's doing his best Perisic impression. De Bruyne. Rodri. Back to De Bruyne. What can the Belgian do here? It's a good start from Man City, you have to admit. Gundogan, the goal scorer. Will he turn assister? And Jude has thanks for putting my name down as well. Big dubs, thank you very much for Will for making that list. It's really, really appreciated, buddy. And good defending there from Paris Saint-Germain, who now they're going to try and come forward. Here's Xavi Simons into Juan Bernat on the left position. And look at the space he's got to move into, just like Di Maria had earlier. The Spaniard tries to whip a ball in, and he will guard a play for a PSG throw-in that Bernat will take very quickly. Neymar, Bernat, Idrissa Gueye in the box. Good work from Idrissa Gueye. Icardi does get a touch of the ball, just a slight header, not really much on it if I'm being honest with you, but that'll be a little bit of a confidence booster for Nathan. And Icardi has been one of the standout players of the tournament so far. Scored 2 goals in the last match in the 2-1 win against Club Brugge. For me, the most passionate fixture of the tournament so far. Definitely up there with the Bayern Munich-Gladbach game. Both managers really going for it. There was some words exchanged in the chat, but in the end it was a quality fixture to watch. And I'm not going to lie, I still can't get over, Louis, the chance that Bastos had, because I thought we were about to see the goal of the tournament in that game, but it just wasn't to be, as Rodri looks to play the ball forward to Jesus. Here's Rodri again. Now to De Bruyne. You can see the space in the midfield, and De Bruyne passes it to Jesus. And it'll go out of play for a Manchester City corner. And the Premier League side at home have started on the much better front foot. Here's Mahrez. Drives into the box. Ruben Dias gives the ball away, and it's so unfortunate. But here comes Icardi. Not the quickest of players in the world, but he's got the likes of Neymar and Di Maria can whip the ball to, as Reece says, no one remembers Daka's 2 goal. I remember the Ulmer free kick. That will always be in the memory. And Ulmer's header today as well was quality, wasn't it? But here's Neymar. Into Icardi. Coming forward, Icardi. Plays the ball to Di Maria. Oh, Simons! Oh, it's dirty. It's dirty. It's 1-1 and it's Xavi Simons, and the man who was going to be subbed off by Nathan bags in the game, and that is a sensational assist from Mr. Angel Di Maria. Look at this. He could have gone on goal. He saw Simons running. It's a brilliant near post finish. It's 1-1 in this match. And the man that Nathan so desperately wanted to score bags in the game. It only took him 38 minutes. 1-1. As Cameron's in the building. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're all good. As Manchester City are rattled by Xavi. But not that one. A better one. Here's De Bruyne. Into Mahrez. Coming forward here, Mahrez. We saw in that Chelsea game a quick response from United. Lofted towards Gundogan, and there was very nearly a little moment there where I think there was calls for maybe a penalty. It's been given in the end as a, I think, as a handball. And the referee gives a free kick. Nathan said he's earned his right to stay on. He heard the rumours about being subbed off, so he shut them up. And fair play to him. He took the rumours and he went, no, I'm going to bag in this game. And that's exactly what he did. And fair play to him, as we've got a free kick here at the halfway line for PSG, which Neymar is going to whip into the box. Icardi tries to get there. Diving header away by Ruben Dias. Here's Stones. Now Rodri, I think we'll be going into the break here at 1-1, which certainly isn't a bad score. As Kale's put striker of the tournament, Nat Phillips and Xavi Simons. And I think definitely both of them deserve to be up there on the list, as we have 1 minute of additional time. That will surely be over fairly soon. Here's Sterling. Might have one more chance here before the whistle is blown. Zinchenko. And the referee blows his whistle, half time. And look, at the end of the day, if you are probably both the managers, you're quite happy. PSG have got the away goal. Manchester City still in the game, and more importantly, Xavi Simons got the goal that he so desperately wanted. And the young kid has got PSG well and truly in this game, and we'll go into the second half, of course. If any of the managers want to make a change, then they are more than welcome to. But yeah, for those that are watching on, you are looking and you're thinking to yourself, the fantastic thing is PSG or Man City getting knocked out here. 2 arguably favourites to maybe go on and win this competition. And I think we're going to get a free kick here for Manchester City. Maybe De Bruyne, who lost it into the box. Comes down from Jesus into Bernardo Silva, who's just come onto the pitch. Former Monaco player, of course. Was actually part of that game against Manchester City a few years ago. That thrilling fixture. As Manchester City get the ball back again. De Bruyne. Into Jesus. Now Silva. Marauding run forward from Sterling. Doesn't get it in the end. Keylor Navas clears his lines. But it comes back to Man City again. Jesus tries to flick the ball, I think, into Sterling. They've made a run in the box. Now it's Rodri. Jesus. Lovely work for the Brazilian. Tries to shimmy his way past the defence. Now it's Rodri. Will says Phillips beat Rennes Spartak. Who's next? Collecting teams like Infinity Stones. I think the chat would want Liverpool v PSG if Nathan gets through. Because that would be certainly a brilliant derby. But he's got to do some defending here. Zinchenko trying to push forward. Sterling's got the ball. Chance to whip it in towards De Bruyne, who goes for the acrobatic kick, but it's not going to come off in the end. And PSG just struggling to get the ball right now. It's all Manchester City, and you feel like there might be a chance for them to come forward again here. Bernardo Silva trying to get the ball to Raheem Sterling, and Keylor Navas is just going to hoof the ball out of play. And a throw-in for Manchester City will come. Xavi Simons trying to do very well there to keep the ball in, and we will get a change. And it's going to be a change for Manchester City as Aguero comes onto the pitch. Gabriel Jesus comes off. And you know that they're feeling that they can get a goal in this game. As Mahrez cuts in, plays it to Aguero, who has certainly got lots of history in the Champions League. Rodri. Now Mahrez, lots of players up for Manchester City. Ball pinged towards Mahrez, but he's offside, and a real waste of an opportunity there. And the home team just dominating possession, no doubt. I would say it's probably up there in the high 60-70%. As Fernandinho's going to come on for Rodri. And Xavi Simons is going to come off for Sarabia. And there's a chance here for Neymar. And possession might mean... Oh, well. I was about to say possession might mean nothing if PSG come forward. But I'll tell you what, I think Nathan should be booting Neymar off the pitch after that. That is awful from him. Probably should have been 2-1 there. I don't know what he's thinking in that situation. But PSG will come forward again anyway. Here's Neymar. Got a chance to redeem himself. Bernat. Neymar running forward. Gets the ball in the end. Well, they've got anybody to play it into apart from Icardi, which he does in the end. Here's Di Maria. Got a lovely assist for the first goal for Xavi Simons. Now to Verratti. Sarabia, the substitute. Into Neymar. Chance to redeem himself. Brilliant from Neymar, but even better defending from Fernandinho, who is just able to keep the tricky winger away from goal and might even be able to get Manchester City on the counter-attack here. Here's Aguero, not the quickest of players anymore. Doesn't have the pace that was so good in his career and made him the player that he's remembered for today. And Aguero goes forward. Now Mahrez to Fernandinho. At the age of, I think he's 35 now, Fernandinho. Veteran in the Manchester City side, and credit to him. Been playing for Manchester City for what feels like donkey's years now. And with 13 minutes left on the clock, Manchester City still sticking with what they've got. Here comes Pereira. Now Di Maria. Nathan's just said he's worse than Mbappe. I think he definitely is with that miss. But Sarabia. Now Gay. PSG just starting to change up the complexion of the match, and Neymar with a run forward, which Edison gets the ball in the end. And there may be a little moment there where Manchester City thought they were going to go down 2-1, and well, they've got more defending to do here because Sarabia at the edge of the box got space to drive into. Brilliant from Sarabia, brilliant from Sarabia, brilliant, and an even better save from Edison. Lovely, lovely opportunity. In Sarabia, probably one of the only players I've seen in the tournament that's actually decided to drive forward in the middle of the pitch as Neymar gets subbed off. And there's a chance here from, I think it was Marquinhos. And he heads it wide. As Nathan's just said, can he go attacking, please? Of course you can. With 7 minutes left on the clock. My lord. Manchester City can't make any more subs. They've made them all. They're absolutely depleted. And that's expected when you play on the press, as you are all over City. And look at the fitness levels of the PSG side. If they can get a goal here in the 7 minutes left, it would be absolutely deserved, considering City have been pressing for the entirety of the 90 minutes. And that's what comes with pressing. Fitness levels deteriorate very quickly. And Dylan's asked, am I up next or is there another game in between? We've got one more leg of this match, and then we've got the last leg. The last game of the evening, which is your game, Dylan. And at least this time, you haven't had to wait up till midnight for it. I think your game will probably be around about 9 PM UK time, so the stream might be done for about 10 o'clock, which is pretty good, actually, considering we were still here about nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Here comes Silva. Oh, surely not. Surely not. Sterling. Good defending in the end, and I thought for a second there the tired Manchester City were going to somehow bag a goal in this game, but the tiredness might come back to bite them here. Long ball towards Angel Di Maria. Brilliant touch from the Argentinian. With 1 minute left on the clock. He's waiting for someone to come towards him to play the ball. He's got no one next to him and there's not much he can do. And eventually Zinchenko gets the ball back and that will be the end of the first leg. And if you are Nathan Hale, I actually think you'll be quite disappointed with how that first leg has panned out. Because somehow Manchester City have been able to walk away with a 1-1 draw in this game. Genuinely don't know how they've been able to do it there. And credit to Xavi Simons. Done really, really well indeed there to be able to get that one goal in the match. But we will be going into that second leg now. And you can see the way Manchester City have played. They played on the press. It worked for quite a little bit of the match, probably the first 60 minutes or so. But in the end, it was just a little bit too much. And PSG were able to get that goal back. But I think Nathan will still be more disappointed. And we'll go on to the next leg of this match. I think I am going to have to change the tactics back again very quickly for Nathan, because I only did it in this section, so I believe it resets. Yeah, it does. Don't want Mbappe on the fraud. So let's just go and quickly sort that out now. What we were playing in game was the 3-5-2, and we'll have it panned out like this. Xavi Simons up top again in the match. Neymar away from the team. On the left-hand side, it was... Ooh, who was on the left-hand side? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head here who it was. Let me just get... Bernat, there we go. The makes my life easy, that's who it was. Paredes comes out for Adjust-Gate. Simon's up top. Florenzi's into the team. Pereira drops there. And then apart from that, Draxler's on the bench. Sarabia was on there. Paredes wasn't. And we're all good to go. So we'll just quickly change up the tactic. You want Xavi Simons starting on the bench this time, of course you can. Di Maria and Icardi up top. So right striker Di Maria, left striker Icardi. And then I would assume you'd probably want either Sarabia or Florenzi as the right winger in the match. You tell me which one you want and I'll chuck him in there for you. Carl's back in the stream. Oh, you all good, buddy? And Dylan says Joshua Moore than worth the lack of sleep. You're a legend. God bless your soul, Dylan. What an absolute legend he is. Right, let's get this sorted out very quickly. I mean, the great thing here is that I don't have to really do much tweaking, because once I've hit the 3-5-2, all I've got to change is the one player from the striker position to the right wing. And then we'll get into this match. Score predictions in the chat as always. I think eventually I might do something with score predictions in the near future, where you guys can win extra prizes on the side, but you know, I'll not say too much because I don't want to say anything and then never do it and you guys ask what went on. But I've got an idea in mind where just guessing results might actually win you some extra prizes on the board. But there's the team on paper, all set up, ready for the next match. I wish you the very best of luck, Nathan Hale, and I also wish G6 the very best of luck. And Nathan thinks he's going to go 1-1 with golden goal to finish, which we haven't had golden goal for quite a while now. I think the last game we had golden goal was Real Madrid against Porto, which was the second match of the afternoon yesterday in the round of 32. So we've gone through a hell of a lot of fixtures without golden goal being required, which isn't too bad because it does make the games longer. But we're underway here, and PSG, for me, are probably the favourites to win this. But you can never say never against this Man City side because they've got a really bullish team that just seem to know how to play and get results. And I guess that's what they're like in real life right now. Very, very bullish. Don't have to go out there and really dominate teams anymore to win games. Oh, they're saying that. They might have to dominate this match because Icardi's coming forward at the edge of the box. Plays it towards Sarabia, who hits it first time, and I thought it was going to go in. Brilliant, brilliant opportunity. And, well, very nearly there. The manager, who put his trust in Sarabia, very nearly had to go within the first, 4 minutes of the first half? Yeah, 4 minutes. Carl's put in the chat, apart from watching a poor Republic of Ireland side, I'm grand, Josh, thanks. Hope you and everyone else is good. Good to hear, buddy. Who were the Republic of Ireland playing tonight? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not a massive fan of your manager. I think he's quite boring. And I don't know whether that's a case of the team being boring or him. But long ball lofted towards Sterling. Tries to get it towards Jesus, who hits it and hits the post and comes out. Oh, well, I mean, the defending there should have been better from PSG, but that is a real warning sign for Paris Saint-Germain, because Manchester City very nearly got themselves a goal on the board. Jordan saying 2-1 PSG. Daz thinks 2-1 City. And then Dimsky thinks 2-2 draw Man City on away goals. Chris has put, I wonder how many corners there's been in this tournament. Probably quite a lot, but I know what you're implying. Here comes Icardi. Lots of space on the right wing. Not going to play it there. He's going to actually play it to Verratti in the midfield. Here's Neymar. Going to have a much better game today. Plays it towards Idrissa Gueye. Now Verratti. Here's Bernat. In the box. Bernat gives the ball away. And it's a real shame there. Daz has asked, have I got any bets today, Josh? No, I haven't had a bet on for quite, I think, for the last few days. I think I had one bet on, which was like a £5 Sky free bet with the Sky Bet Club. But since then, I've not had anything on. I don't really tend to bet on the international break. But there's a chance here for Di Maria at the near post. Tries to get the header and doesn't in the end. And Dylan said, we tried to watch the Ireland game, watched the 2 to 3 lofty long balls up the pitch and called it a day. I don't blame you. And then Kyle says Luxembourg were playing, and yeah, I agree, Stephen Kenny's a crap Ireland manager. He's boring. I watched the first game he was in charge, and honestly, I nearly fell asleep. Boring manager. Terrible as well. And then Dylan said currently trying to grind out the Irish players in Ultimate Team to get my fix. Oh, are you doing the squad foundations? Absolute nightmare. Playing that in Managerial Masterpiece, it's awful. But Nathan, you are all over them right now. They're saying that. Here comes Manchester City. It's going to be Rodri. Not going to be doing much with the ball here. I don't know if it's just time wasting. Awful from Man City. Time wasting after 23 minutes. It's shocking. Here's Rodri again. Trying to make a solo run. Eventually tries to play it to Jesus. And it's poor in the end. And here come PSG. Angel Di Maria trying to push up the pitch. Still going Di Maria. Might go for his own chance on goal. He won't. Plays it to Icardi. Back to Di Maria again. Lovely work. Di Maria. And apparently Tubbs is popping the question later. I tell you what, Tubbs. Very best of luck, my friend. That's what you love to see. Emotional stuff on the Sports Corner channel. Tubbs is popping the question. I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Fingers crossed for you. Here's Neymar. Chance for Icardi. Brilliant save. Comes back to him again. Doesn't get a touch. And Man City clear. And oh my lord. We had a game where, well, both teams were having opportunities left, right and centre in the last match. And both goalkeepers are putting the performance in of their lives. Long ball towards Riyad Mahrez. Isn't going to be able to keep it in. And that will be a PSG goal kick. As Tubbs has just paid his shitting himself right now. You can do it, my friend. I've got no doubts that she will say yes. Nathan saying we are shitting on City. You are. And you really do need to make the most of it, because 35 minutes on the clock here. And there is still a long, long way to go in this match to say it's done or dusted. Here's Pereira. Going to have to clear the ball away. And it's sloppy from PSG there. Finds himself under some real pressure. And Louis saying the City manager is a joker. What is he doing? I have absolutely no idea. But so far, it's kept him in the game as Manchester City get themselves a free kick. It's going to be Kevin De Bruyne to whip this into the box. Lofted towards Gundogan, who gets a head onto it. But it's a simple save for Keylor Navas. And another chance that goes wide of the mark for Manchester City, who are certainly looking to try and get that away goal in this match, and it was always going to be a much trickier game. They played against Istanbul Basaksehir in the last match. Quite a controversial game that was. But they weren't really convincing in that game either, and they've not been convincing tonight. As Nathan says, we'll win as long as City don't score, and that's what you don't want to see. As Tubbs says, what do you do the eve before popping the question? Tune into the Sports Corner, of course, because you're a fucking legend, Tubbs. We love you. I said I wasn't going to swear as well. Oh dear, that's gone out the window. Here comes De Bruyne. Lots of space. Jesus does get a slight touch. Gundogan drives forward. Still going Gundogan. Somehow still got the ball. Tries to go for goal, and it's a simple save for Keylor Navas. And that will be the first half of, well, the second leg done, isn't it? 1-1. Neither team able to get a goal on the board. And as time continues to tick on, are we going to have another game that goes to golden goal? That is the question on everyone's lips. Apparently, Portugal are 2-1 up against Serbia, which is not too bad to see. Is there quite a few World Cup qualifiers going on tonight, or is there just like 3 or 4? Because I think there was a few going on yesterday. To be honest, for the last 2 days I've been out of the picture. I haven't seen anything on social media pretty much. So I don't really know what's going on in the world of football right now, if I'm being honest with you. But here comes Rodri, who dinks... well, I was about to say dinks a ball. It's quite questionable, if I'm being honest with you. And I really don't know what Rodri's doing there. He's had an awful... a really, really poor game in the match. And actually, Rowan is spot on. Yeah, away goals. You're not wrong. It's PSG, isn't it, with the advantage in the match. My apologies. Here's Idrissa Gueye. Now to Icardi. Plays it to Di Maria. Good work from Icardi. Got a really good chance here, Di Maria. I mean, if they can get a second goal here. Verratti. Apparently, the Czech Republic have just taken the lead against Belgium. Verratti. Di Maria. Back to Verratti. Di Maria! Oh, it should be in. I thought it was in. It was another one of those chances again. I thought it was in the back of the net, and in fact it was not as close to goal as you would have expected it to be, but that would have been a real thrilling goal in the match. And oh, it's another chance where PSG are probably thinking, you've got to put the ball in the back of the net, and somehow it hasn't. And we continue on with this game, as there's going to be a change here. Bernardo Silva comes on for Gundogan. And, I mean, what did Man City do here? Very stubborn from the manager, as Di Maria looks to come forward. Lovely bit of trickery to Icardi, now to Verratti, back to Icardi again, some one-touch football from the French side. Still going forward, Icardi, on the left wing. Not had as good of a game as he did against Club Brugge. As Luis Champagnon says, if Nathan wasn't a peasant manager and played Mbappe, he'd have had 3 or more goals in this game by now. And then Dylan says, better be ready for the honeymoon by this time we get to the final. Off to Vegas with you, kind sir. Good to see. Very best of luck though, Tubbs. As Rodri flicks the ball forwards to Bernardo Silva. Might have just got a slight touch, but it won't do anything in the end. And Dimsey says, do they ever score from outside the box in these games? Yes, we've had, I think we've had 2 goals from outside the box. It's very rare. It's very rare. But in the Sevilla-Lazio game, we had a volley from on the outside of the box from Manuel Azari, and it was an absolute cracker of a goal. Ulmo as well scored a free kick from outside the box, which of course can only be done anyway because it's a free kick, but if we count that as a goal as well, then technically Ulmo has too. But 25 minutes left. Nathan saying Xavi Simons over Mbappe, and fair play to him. He's on the bench, of course. I assume we'll probably see him come on at some point. As Bernardo Silva flicks the ball to Sterling. Now Fernandinho is on the pitch, and we've seen similar changes from the last match from Manchester City. What a flick towards the path of, I think it was Jesus and Keylor Navas, with a brilliant punch in the end to keep Manchester City away from goal. But Kimpembe needs to clear his lines here, and he just hoofs it long. And I tell you what a ball that is to Bernat, because he now leads PSG on the counter-attack. Here's Bernat. 20 minutes left of the game. He's got no one near him. He's going to have to go on his own. Still got the ball somehow, and still gets it back. And fair play to him, because that ball from Kimpembe was quality, considering he nearly found himself in a situation where Manchester City could have got a goal. But Aguero's going to come on for Jesus here. 15 minutes left on the night. PSG still going through unless Manchester City score one, which would be a real hammer blow to Nathan Hale, who has arguably, I think, been the better of the 2 sides in this tournament so far, in this round of 16 fixture at the very least. Here's Sterling though, might be a chance for Manchester City to drive forward. Sterling into the box, lovely run from Sterling, plays it to Silva. Now Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Mahrez tries to backheel it, and it's well, it's very Mahrez-esque, isn't it? Tries to go for the silky skills and gives the ball away. And look, he's a great player in real life, but he tends to do that way too often. But it comes back to Manchester City again. De Bruyne Still going for it here. Here's Cancelo. Now to Mahrez. There's been no changes from the City manager, which is quite surprising. Exactly as Will said, he thought he'd go all that attack. But here's Silva inside of the box. Silva, Aguero, trying to push forward, and it's another big chance in the game. And now I've been told to go for it by the Manchester City manager. He's only got 6 minutes left on the clock, but I have been told on social media to go for it. So 6 minutes left here for Manchester City, and they're going for it now. Interesting to leave it late in the match, but Manchester City have got 6 minutes to try and break PSG fans' hearts, and there'll be a change for PSG as Idrissa Gueye comes off, Rafinha comes on, and PSG need to hold on here. Here's Cancelo, as the PSG manager has told me to park the bus. We will do that for you now. Let me get that sorted. Ultra defensive is on. So PSG looking to seal the deal. Manchester City only need one to win, and it's all-out attack versus all-out defence. Could be a grandstand finish as Fernandinho drives Manchester City forward. Here is João Cancelo into Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Cancelo again. De Bruyne. Good defending from PSG, and 2 minutes on the clock now. They've got a chance to drive forward, and it's going to be Bernat, and he's got all the space in the world to move into. Doesn't even have to put a cross into the box if he doesn't want to. He could hold the ball and waste time, which he will do. Plays the ball to Rafinha. With 2 minutes left on the clock, the ball's being given away, and now there's a chance for Manchester City to drive forward. It's going to be Sergio Aguero into Fernandinho. 40 seconds left of the match. He's going to have to be hoofed up the pitch fairly quickly. Raheem Sterling. It's going to be the last kick of the game, surely, if the referee allows play to continue, which he doesn't. And PSG, in what was a incredibly tight match, go through to the next round of the competition. And fair play to Nathan Hale, because in the end, I think the tactics were a little bit interesting from Manchester City. They left it quite late to go for it, and it might have cost them in the end to have not gone maybe a little bit more attacking in the match. But PSG, they held on, and Nathan Hale goes through to the next round of the competition. And Manchester City, one of the big dogs, are out of the tournament. And congratulations, Nathan Hale. Absolutely deserved, in my opinion. I think G6 there will be a little bit disappointed that his side didn't maybe go for it a little bit more. But as Reese has put in the chat, Javi Simons has won you the tie, my friend. And you're through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which we will do the draw for that right after our final game of the evening. And this one is going to be quite a special game. Do not go anywhere, because Bayern Munich are taking on Lazio in the next fixture. And in real life, Bayern Munich were dominant in this game. Lazio, however, in their last match under Kieran L, scored 4 goals against Sevilla. Bayern Munich scored 4 goals against Gladbach. Are we maybe going to see an absolute belter to end the round of 16? Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 2 minutes' time. I'm going to set the teams up, and we'll have our last match of the evening. It's going to be a belter. It's Bayern Munich Lazio, and it's next. And here we are, the last fixture of the evening. I tell you what, thank you to everybody tonight who has sent in their teams early. You've made life so much easier. And look, we don't have to stream for 11 hours this time because we're on to the last match already. It's only taken us about 2 hours to get to it. So thank you to all of you guys for bringing in your teams because it's made life so much easier. But this is the last game of the night before the quarter-final draw. Bayern Munich taking on Lazio. I literally said a few minutes ago, both teams were incredible in their first games. Credit to KL, who organised his Lazio side immaculately well. Quality performance against Sevilla. Bayern Munich as well in an absolute it was a barnstorm of a match, wasn't it, against Gladbach. Goals left, right and centre across the board, with both managers going pretty much all out attack for the game. Are we going to see a similar situation in this match? Now, both managers have got a very similar tactic going on here. Change of system for Bayern Munich as they've tried something out, and fair play to the managers, of course, for going for it. As, of course, we will see Dylan Cleary taking on KL. So without further ado, score predictions in the chat for the last game. Jude's put come on Bayern. Dimski's put in living your passion for the commentary, Josh. Great job, makes it fun to watch. Thank you very much indeed. I'm not going to lie, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get as excited over the AI, but I love this game. Even though I say I hate it, I honestly do love it. So let's go into that match now. The final game of the evening, 3-2-5 from Bayern Munich. We saw it earlier in the match against Spartak Moscow Liverpool. Bayern Munich are now going for it with a 3-2-5. Very best of luck to both managers. I assume KL is in the building. I've seen him put a few comments in throughout the night, so I would be very surprised if he's not watching his side on. And as we said, of course, if you do want to make changes and stuff, do put them in the chat, and we will get them all sorted out as we get underway in our first leg of this brilliant affair between Bayern Munich and Lazio. We said before it was one of those games where ultimately I would expect a lot of goals in this one. In fact, I've got a feeling this is going to be the highest scoring match of the night. I might have just jinxed it as Goretzka looks to bring Bayern Munich forward in these early sectors of the match. Here's Lewandowski, who has been brilliant. Plays it towards the path of Leroy Sané, and it's 1-0 already. 4 minutes is all it takes for this Bayern Munich side to run riot. And Lazio find themselves 1-0 down after 4 minutes on the clock. And it's Leroy Sané who's playing a different position tonight to what you would usually expect. And look at that from Lewandowski. Quality ball. Sané makes the run, just keeps himself onside. And it's a little dink from the German who's playing a very different situation position-wise. Playing as a striker tonight, I think. And it's 1-0 on the night. And Reese's put, he thinks he's going to be 4-0 Bayern. Lazio 3-0, says Kyle. Don't see Bayern playing that well with what Dylan may have done to them. And, well, he's got an instant goal on the board. Daz Reynolds says 4-1 Bayern Munich. Jordan says 4-4. Goal to finish, which would be brilliant. As, well, Kyle has just seen that Bayern Munich have got an early goal in this game. So Lazio are already under some pressure in the match. And they're going to come forward here. Lucas Leiva, who actually scored in that game against Sevilla not too long ago. Tries to play it to Correa. Doesn't come to him in the end. And the ball will be cleared away by Bayern Munich. And you just feel like with the quality in this Bayern Munich team that every opportunity that they have in the match will probably equate to a goal. Because they've got so many good players in the side. It's such a good team. And I'm quite scared to see how Bayern Munich do for the next few years. Because this team will just constantly adapt, as it always has in the past. You know, the years of Ribby and Robben aren't forgot about, but we're in a new dawn now of the Bayern Munich side where every player across the pitch is world class. KL is saying, you comment on my predictions, you jinxed it. Here comes Immobile. Going to have time and space to play the ball. Lofts it to Milinkovic-Savic, who does get a touch in the end and just keeps it in play. Now it's Lazari, who probably still is going to own the goal of the tournament. There'll be a few people in the chats disagreeing with that and saying there were some other goals in the game that were much better. Immobile. Now to Lucas Leiva. Could ping it to the left winger, which is Senjad Lulic tonight. The experience of the Bosnian has been put into the left mid position by Kieran L. And now Lewandowski. Going to drive Bayern Munich forward here. Good defended by Lucas Leiva. And Lazio are on the break with 20 minutes on the clock. And we saw the game in real life. They were very, very good in their first leg. But ultimately, Bayern Munich were just too good. Here's Luis Alberto. Flicks it towards Immobile. Slight deflection. Means that it will come back to Bayern Munich. And the German side are going to push up the field with Leon Goretzka, who is going to have his body type changed in game, I think, next year, considering the amount of effort and work he's put in lockdown with the gym. It's unbelievable. As Dylan says, he's had his wingers hard on the pre-workout today, and there's going to be a chance here for Gnabry. Now it's towards Leroy Sané. Good block. Gnabry hits it. Good save from the keeper. And that is brilliant from Thomas Strakosha. It could have easily been 2-0 already in this match. And now there's a chance for Lazio to hit on the break. Here's Luis Alberto. The Spaniard, what can he do? They need him to put in a quality performance today. One of the few star players that Lazio has, and in the end the ball will go to play for a Lazio throw-in with 30 minutes on the clock. Here's Correa. Now to Luis Alberto. Moving it into the midfield, Lucas Leiva. Still got the ball, Lucas Leiva. Not really got anybody to pass it into. Now here's Correa on the left wing. Tries to cut in, good defending. I think it was Kingsley Coman who came back there and defended. And now Gnabry is looking to push up the pitch. As Kale says, Strakosha, have my kids. It was a great save to keep Bayern Munich away from getting a second in the match. Here's Goretzka into the goalscorer Leroy Sané. Not the greatest of touchers in the world. Lee Laffin says we ran simulations, it didn't go well. Well, it's going well so far for Bayern Munich with the tactics. I ran 6 simulations and not once did I win. Well, you're winning right now, Dylan. Oh, they're saying that. Neuer's going to have to come and get the ball here. And maybe this is the one time that you get the win. Oh, they're saying that. You're going to need to win twice. So it's a big and very tough ask. As the ball's dinked towards Alphonso Davies. Lots of space on the wing. Good touch from the Canadian. As Bayern Munich have 5 minutes left on the clock, maybe to get another goal in this game. Lazio been very organised so far, and I think they won't be too fussed if it stays at 1-0. Here's Gnabry. Heavy ball towards Coman, and out of play for a goal kick. And well, 3 minutes left on the clock here. As I said, I think Kale been a little bit disappointed to concede early on, but I think the big worry in these tournaments is when you concede early on, you don't want to concede, 2 in the first 20 minutes. And we saw that today with the Lokomotiv Moscow game. Conceding 2 goals in 20 minutes is catastrophic. You have to change your game plan up completely. And of course you run the risk then of maybe conceding a few more and it becoming a little bit of an embarrassment. And Lazio, who will go into the break at half-time, 1-0 down, probably won't be too fussed at the fact they're 1-0 down. Still a little bit disappointed to go 1-0 down, but Leroy Sané, with a nice early finish in the game, puts Bayern Munich 1-0 to the good. And we've not had any chances yet, but when you look at the stats, 50-50 possession, they've had a few opportunities to go forward. And Kale's put it in the chat, not about how you start, boys, it's about how you finish. And that is the best way to put it, because, look, we could have Bayern Munich for the next 45 minutes of this match, maybe even for the next 45 minutes and most of the second leg dominate. But if Lazio get 1 or 2 goals on the board, then it doesn't matter how Bayern Munich have played. As I think there'll be a lot of players praying that Bayern Munich go out of the competition, because we've got 7 players left in the competition as Immobile goes for the volley and Neuer will make the save. There will be a lot of people praying Bayern Munich go out. They will be the favourites to win this tournament. I think up there with the likes of Real Madrid as well. I think Juve will be up there as a favourite. I think an outsider for me is Leipzig, for the quality of what Rory Fisher's brought to his side so far. I think he could be up there maybe to go on and win it, but Lazio here with a good spell of possession. Lulic trying to whip a ball into the box, doesn't come to anything in the end, and it will go out of play for a throw-in, which is taken quickly. Correa into Lucas Leiva, hit it. They never do they? But Immobile tries to drive forward, gets the ball to Correa, and in the end it doesn't come to anything. As Reece says, Salzburg are the favourites. Of course, he's got to back his own team. As I think I'm interested to see how Salzburg do. Very, very good win today against Lokomotiv Moscow in the afternoon session. As Leon Goretzka is going to come off the pitch, and I think that's Corentin. No, he's going to be Thomas Muller actually. That comes on. So just as you think one of the big boys comes off, they bring on one of the other big boys, and that just proves how good Bayern Munich's team is. Got a lot of good depth. But here's Immobile. And I've been told to make a change to bring Caicedo on for Correa. And we will do that now. And Felipe Caicedo, who's become quite a hero for Lazio in real life. The amount of goals he scored is unbelievable. And in fact, I don't even need to make the substitution because the AI is going to do it for you. Look at how good that is. The AI knew that you wanted to bring Correa off. So Correa will come off and Caicedo will come on in a few moments' time. And if he doesn't, then when the ball goes out of play, I will get that for you. As Dylan says, he wants to bring on Douglas Costa for Coman. Jordan's saying in the chat he thinks Man United are the favourites. I think in terms of performances-wise, they've certainly scored the most goals in the tournament. But whether that means they're going to be a favourite or not, who knows. So Coman's going to come off the pitch now. Douglas Costa comes on in the right wing spot. And then Kale's put, AI knows Caicedo is a hero in all of our hearts. And, well, we'll have to see if he comes on in a second when the ball goes out of play. But will he be going out of play with the score at 1-0 or 2-0? Because here's Thomas Muller. Bit more of a creative player over Goretzka. Plays the ball into the path of Alphonso Davies. Now it's Davies again. Still going Davies. Not going to do anything with the ball here. He's taking his time. Lofted towards Thomas Muller. Patient build-up here. Kimmich. Known for scoring some good long-range efforts. Plays it back to Muller again. And Bayern Munich running down the clock slightly. But no Lazio players going for the ball. Reece says the easiest team on paper would be either Lazio or Leipzig. I'm screwed. Hey, Reece, don't count yourself out. If Lokomotiv Moscow can beat Barcelona, you can beat anyone. Anyone can beat anyone. As there's a chance for Gnabry! And it's 2-0 to Bayern Munich. And as I was saying before, was it going to be Caicedo coming on at 1-0? Or was it going to be at 2-0? The answer is Bayern Munich at 2-0. And look at that. Really good run in the end from Gnabry. Gets towards his near post. Strakosha, I think, gets nutmegged there. He does indeed. And Bayern Munich are now 2-0 up against Lazio. And that's going to be quite the tough ask for Lazio to get back in the game. Kale's told me to go attacking. I'm not going to lie. That's, for me, still said that Correa was on the pitch. Yes, it has. So let's get Caicedo on now because he's decided to not make the change. And it will go attacking as Rory says, show some respect to Leipzig, please. Apologies that he's taken on the shot there, Kieran. As we go back into the match. An away goal certainly, as Will said, would be huge. They're going to need to, of course, get that fairly quickly with 20 minutes left on the clock. Dylan saying, come on, boys, keep up the pressure. More of the same and you all get to go home to your wives. What happens if they don't? I assume probably not a good thing if they were to maybe concede. Might be a chance for it to go 3-0 though. Here's Kimmich. Into Lewandowski. Still coming forward here, the pole. Back to Lewandowski again. Heavy ball. Tries to take on the shot. And good defending from Lazio. And Caicedo, who we're still waiting to see come on the pitch. Might have to wait a little bit longer here because Manuel Lazari comes forward on the right-hand side of the pitch. Here's Milinkovic-Savic. Now Lucas Leiva. Angel Correa, who might have one more chance in the game before Caicedo comes on. Lovely ball to Lulic. Needs to make the most of the opportunity. Lulic flicks a ball in. Flicks another one in. And a corner for Lazio. And that's much better. In fact, it's a penalty to Lazio. Handball. And well, a handball decision went against Mr. Kieran Lawler. And I've got to say, that is not a handball. It never hits his hand, but the referee's given it. And Felipe Caicedo comes onto the pitch. And a chance for Immobile. He steps up. And he's missed it. Well, it's poetic justice for Bayern Munich. But that is one of the worst penalties I think I have ever seen. And all Ciro Immobile can do is look on in disbelief at how he's missed that. I mean, you look at the angle from the back there. It is a awful penalty. It's nowhere near the goal. And Lazio, who had a chance to get themselves away goal, don't get it. And again, it's a shocking decision from the referee to give that as a penalty. We've had some awful decisions from some of the refs with handballs and stuff, and it didn't even touch his hand. But it goes out of play anyway from Ciro Immobile as Douglas Costa, who apparently didn't come on. I don't know what's going on with the subs. He comes off for... comes on for Alphonso Davies. And Dylan saying Gnabry will not have hands for the next game to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Here comes Immobile. Now into Milinkovic-Savic. The Italian needs to make up for that penalty miss. Ball towards Lazzari. Still going here, Lazzari. I mean, still time for that away goal. They need it. And fast. Lazzari still going here. And good defending by Costa. And Bayern Munich here with 3 minutes left on the clock. Might just be able to run the clock down here, and Lazio will have to go back home to Italy without the away goal, which is going to make the task incredibly, incredibly hard. But can KL do it as we go into 2 minutes of additional time? Maybe even a chance here for Bayern Munich to make it 3-0 on the night if Thomas Muller plays the ball forward, which he does. Here's Gnabry. Going to try and get Bayern Munich that third goal. If they score 3 here, then this game's definitely over. Alaba lofts it to Lewandowski. Referee's going to play on to allow them the attack. Lewandowski still going here. Takes on his man. Ball towards Koeman, who heads it, but doesn't come to anything. And that will be that. Well, a real mixture of emotions for both managers in this game. Bayern Munich, who were 2-0 up in the match, were cruising. And then Ciro Immobile had a penalty which shouldn't even been a penalty, and he missed it. He skied it. And Serge Gnabry went from hero to villain, back to hero again, as he bagged a goal in this game. And Mr. Kieran Lawler is going to have to do something special if Lazio are to go through to the next round of the competition. Bayern Munich, 2 away goals on the board. It's a brilliant, brilliant result for Dylan Cleary. And we will get that second leg ready. I would assume, of course, that the Lazio manager will be thinking about maybe tactically tweaking his system, because he's got to go for it now. And we will see what he does in a second as we prepare this game. Score predictions in the chat for the second leg. I think this one is going to be a feisty, feisty end to the evening's action. And don't forget, if you are in the quarterfinals, do stick about, because that draw will be taking place literally probably about 5 minutes after this game is finished. I'm going to set the draw up and then we'll get the fixtures sorted, because it's looking like we're going to have some incredible matches coming up. Not many small teams left in there. A lot of big sides. And overall, I think we're certainly setting up for a brilliant, brilliant quarter-final. So KL's going to go for a 3-4-3, but he wants 3 strikers on the pitch. So we go 3-4-3. Caicedo, Immobile, Correa. He wants a midfield 4. That's going to be Alberto and Milinkovic-Savic in the midfield. Lazzari and Malisic on either side, attacking straight from the start. So pretty much like that, but then these players a little bit deeper. So if I put Correa there and Immobile, sorry, not Immobile, we've got Immobile there. Kind of like that, if I'm correct, Mr. KL. You've got the 3 strikers up top and the 4 in midfield. Dylan saying, make the lads pull a carriage to Italy for the next game to prep. I tell you what, Dylan, you make these Bayern Munich players work bloody hard. No wonder why they're putting in good performances. As Kieran says, that is perfect. Thank you very much. So the very best of luck to both managers here. Let's get the aggregate score on the screen as it's 2-0 to Bayern Munich. We've not had many comebacks in this tournament so far, but KL and Lazio have got to put in the performance of their lives if they want to come out with anything in this match. Let's not forget as well that Bayern Munich cannot score, or else that's going to make things even harder for Lazio. As KL says, just attack from the start, and I've just realised what it will do is it'll change the system back. So give me 2 seconds here. I forgot about that, and I will just sort that out so it is a 3-4-3. I wish it was just the simple days of where FIFA just stuck with the tactics as such. So there we go, 3-4-3 flat. And then we'll get Correa and Caicedo a little bit closer. Bang. Perfect. So I'll sort that one out there. And then we'll do the ultra attacking as well with the 3-4-3. And then I won't put the defensive one as a 3-4-3, only because I would assume you wouldn't want to play with 3 strikers up top in a 3-4-3 on ultra defensive. Boom. I mean, get him in. There we go. Right striker. Right then, we can get underway with the game. Last leg of the evening. The draw coming up in about 15 minutes' time, I would assume. Let's find out what goes on in the rest of this match as Lazio take on Bayern Munich. And KL is going for it. 3 strikers up top. He needs the performance of Lazio's lives to get back into this match. And that's without Bayern Munich doing anything. And that is the perfect start for Lazio there. Giving the ball straight away to Bayern Munich. And looking in the chat, I think a lot of you guys were expecting Bayern Munich to go on and win this match. Here comes Alphonso Davies into Lewandowski. Could be a chance here for an early goal for Bayern again. Goretzka, long ball to Koeman, lots of space, tries to head it down, and in the end it's a simple save for Strakosha, who's going to opt to hoof the ball long, and it will go out of play in the end for a Lazio throw-in. Luis Champagnon saying, can't wait for the quarter-final, what a tournament. Yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I know a lot of you obviously have been knocked out as such, which is a shame, because it'd be nice to have everybody in the competition, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it, because I've enjoyed it, and I'm not even participating in it. But I feel like I'm the Antonio Conte of commentators. I feel like I'm kicking every ball. That's what I'm like in real life as well. Here's Kingsley Coman, though, a chance to Bayern Munich to maybe get another goal in this game. And you do feel like, you know, if Bayern Munich get that goal, I don't see how Lazio get back into the match, if I'm being honest with you. But look at the space here. Immobile, got to play the ball to the left-hand side. Here's Marisic, who's got much more pace than Lulic, which is going to use it. But he doesn't play the ball in the end, and it's greedy from the Montenegrin left mid / right mid, who can certainly attack and defend, and you feel like he's going to be an important part of this match if Lazio have any hopes of maybe going through to the next round. Here's Lewandowski at the edge of the box, still driving forward, plays it into Joshua Kimmich. Good defending from Milinkovic-Savic, and now look at the 3 up top. Here's Immobile, lots of pace, and Marisic has made the run on the left-hand side, and he notices the run of Marisic, and it's a chance for Marisic! It's in! Game on! And Lazio have a chance to believe and dream that the quarter-final is in sight. They've got the first goal that they needed so desperately early on in the match. And Marisic, it was a big call from Kieran Lawler to put him in the side, and that is a brilliant finish from the Montenegrin. And it's 2-1. And all Lazio need now is 1 more for golden goal. 2 more to win the match. And you can see how the 3-4-3 could work quite the charm for Lazio. Caicedo, Correa and Immobile all up top. All pouncing and waiting for an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. And it was Marisic who pounced. But here comes Koeman. Maybe a chance for an instant goal. That would really kind of stop the Lazio emotions for the second. Here's Goretzka. Lovely ball to Alphonso Davies. Good save from Strakosha. It's a massive save. He had to get a fingertip to that, and he certainly did indeed. And for a second there, I thought we were going to be seeing an instant equaliser. What would have probably been an instant killer for Lazio's hopes, but it's going to be a corner here, which Joshua Kimmich will whip into the box. Lobs it towards Gnabry, who does get a slight touch into it, but Strakosha saves, and I tell you what, Strakosha has made some massive saves in the match. Dylan says he's going to be smashing in Neuer's headlights. He's not happy with that one. But here comes Goretzka. Still on the ball now. Chance to play it back to Lewandowski! It's 1-1, and that is the away goal that Bayern Munich needed in the match. And it's Lewandowski, who else who was going to get himself a goal in this game. And now Lazio have got even more work to do in the match. It's 1-1 on the night. The away goal, and once again, a man who just cannot be stopped right now, Robert Lewandowski, gets the goal that Bayern Munich so desperately needed. And fair play to them. And yet again, Lewandowski, who just can't be stopped, bags another goal as KL says he thinks it's game over now. Because he's got to score, what, 3 in the match now to win? 2 wouldn't be enough because Bayern have got the away goal and Lazio didn't. And if they can get an instant goal back, then maybe the dream comes alive again. Here's Milinkovic-Savic. Coming forward here, still going. Milinkovic. Immobile! Caicedo! Heavy. Plays it to Milinkovic-Savic again. Marisic. I don't know what Immobile was doing there. I thought he should have maybe just taken on the shot. But Marisic comes forward again. Here's Milinkovic-Savic. Back to Marisic. Good ball to Luis Alberto. Caicedo turns his man. Comes back to Alberto again. Good pressure here from Lazio. Milinkovic-Savic. Good defending from, I think it was Kimmich. And Bayern Munich have got the ball back. And here comes Leroy Sané. Maybe even now a chance to get a 4th in this match. Long ball to Kingsley Coman. Keeps the ball in play just. And the Frenchman will move into the midfield. In fact, he won't. He will just run around the pitch like a madman. Kimmich gives the ball away. And Immobile has the ball back. And they need to do something similar to what they did before on the counter-attack. Here's Immobile. Back to Correa. He needs runners, Correa. And one of them is Marisic. He's got no one next to him, though. He's done really well to take on his man. And he's round him. Marisic. Still holding on to the ball. He's got no one next to him. He's done really well to keep it. But he should probably play the ball off. He does in the end. Milinkovic-Savic. Now Immobile. Still holds the ball. Immobile. Good defending again from Goretzka. And KL saying that Bayern Munich are fraudulent champions, in my opinion. And here they come now. And there's a chance for another goal in this game. But Marisic defends very well. And with, 30 seconds left of the first half, we're going to have 1 minute of additional time. And Lazio, if they want to have any hopes of going through, need to get a goal before the whistle's blown. Long ball towards Marisic. Lofted towards Caicedo. Heads it down, but Neuer saves. And that will be half-time. 1 apiece. 3-1 on aggregate. And Dimski's asked, what's my catchphrase? The answer, Lazio are under the cosh. Because they've got so much work to do. And there's going to be some half-time changes from Lazio here. Who, look, credit to them, have put in a good performance in this second half. But it's not been good enough to get them back into the match. Louise asked, has there been any upsets in the round of 16? I mean, in terms of upsets, Inter Milan are out. And that's about it, really, in terms of big upsets. In terms of the quarterfinals, we'll talk through that a little bit later on. But Manchester City are out as well. And unless Lazio can win here, Bayern Munich could still be in the competition. Unless, of course, we get something from Lazio. We shall have 1 centre mid, Alberto, and a 4th striker will be added, Mariki. Ultra attack. Okay, so Milinkovic-Savic comes off. Give me a second here, because this is going to be quite a tough one to sort out. So Alberto is the 1 man in midfield. So what I'm going to have to do here, push these boys out a little bit further. They are going to be acting as left wingers for the second. There we go. That's what we want. Left striker, Mariki. Let's space the boys out. Spread out, lads. There we go. Striker there. Striker there. I think, can I push him in a little bit further? Yeah, I can. Nice. And then Correa will have to go there, kind of as a left winger. So that's how he's going to be played in game. Ultra attack from KD as well. Sorry, KL even, not KD. I mean, this is going to be quite the event, isn't it, for Lazio? As I've got to change it again now. 2 seconds. Let me just put you there. Lazio really going for it. Dylan wants to go attacking as well. Put Costa on the right wing for Coleman. I can do that for you, my friend, in just one moment as we try and squeeze Mariki into the middle of the pitch. He won't go there for the second, so let me just move Caicedo out a little bit so he plays as the right striker. Don't want to do that. There we go. Still can't get him in. Fucking hell, how much space does he need? Look, there's all that space and he won't go in there. There we go. He'll have to play it as a centre forward for now. So that is the tactic. And Alberto comes off. Andres Pereira comes on. So there's the tweak of system for Mr. KL. He's going for it now. It's a 1-9 formation. We saw Lee Laffin earlier go with a 5 up top. I think KL is going to a very similar tactic. As for Bayern Munich, up to attacking. And Costa will go on the right wing. Let's hope it makes the change this time, because it didn't before. And I don't know why it didn't. And just to make sure, attacking for Bayern Munich and ultra attacking for Lazio. If Lazio pull off this and come back in the game, it would surely be one of the greatest Champions League results we've ever seen. So both teams set to the right accords now. I mean, Lazio are going for it in the most unbelievable formation you will ever witness. So we're back underway now. Second half of action. And Mariki is on for Milinkovic-Savic. Andres Pereira as well for Luis Alberto. And Douglas Costa on. KL said this may end badly, but Lazio shall fall in a blaze of glory and they're going to try the hardest. And credit to KL for it. Here comes Kimmich. Could be a chance to pretty much add insult to injury if they get a goal here. Kimmich into the box. Lazio keeping tight. Acerbi doing very well there. Costa, of course, fresh onto the pitch. He'll be hoping to maybe bag a goal in this game. And he's giving the ball away now. And look, Mariki playing a little bit deep as a centre forward. He'll be the man who holds the ball and waits for the runners, which is what he will do. Plays the ball to Caicedo. Now to Immobile. Marisic with some space. Really needs to make the most of the opportunity here. And again, the AI, I hate it, just whip the ball into the box. He does now. Correa into Andres Pereira. At the edge of the box now. Mariki. Pereira! In! Goal! Game on! 3-2. And that will bring some belief to Kieran Lawler, because he's got a goal pretty much within the opening minutes of the second half. And can Lazio begin to believe again? They still need 2 goals because Bayern Munich have scored away. But that is a real confidence booster. And Andreas Pereira, of all people, has got Lazio back in the match. 2-1. And there's still time. There's still time. And Bayern Munich might be feeling a little bit nervous now. Because one more goal, in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I would say, will put Lazio in quite a position to maybe make the comeback. Here's Goretzka. Plays it to Leroy Sané. Now Kimmich. I mean, if Bayern Munich score here, then the game would really be done and dusted. Goretzka just holds the ball. Still going here, Goretzka. And all Lazio need to do is just get the ball back and push up the pitch. But that's going to be a free kick. And the referee gives Bayern Munich a great opportunity here from the free kick to maybe make it 2-2 on the night and 4-2. Lulic comes on for Marisic as Lewandowski whips the ball into the box and Luis Felipe gets the ball back. Choupo-Moting's come on for Leroy Sané as the ball goes out of play for a Bayern Munich throw-in. So all the subs have been made for Bayern Munich now. And it's going to be quite an interesting situation. 25 minutes left on the clock. Get that goal before the 75th minute and we could have one of the greatest Champions League matches that there's ever been. But they keep giving the ball away. It's reckless from Caicedo. Now there's a chance for Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Back to him again. Choupo-Moting. Brilliant ball to Lewandowski. Back to Costa. Good defending from Radu. And he clears the ball away. Here's Correa. Awful first touch, but needs to get it up the pitch. And that is a terrible ball from Andres Pereira. And as much as he's scoring fantastic goals, that is shocking passing, because now Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting is going to push forward here. Plays the ball to Costa! It's over. And the dream dies. And Bayern Munich surely now will be going through to the next round of the Champions League. And the substitute with a brilliant pass from Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, gets himself the clinical, definitive goal in this tie. And with 20 minutes left on the clock now, all Lazio can do is try and bag as many goals as they possibly can. Because they've tried hard, and credit to them, they've given their all, but Bayern Munich in the end just too strong for them. But here comes Andreas Pereira into Angel Correa. Still going Correa. Now Immobile at the edge of the box. Tries to play it to Correa again, and well, he doesn't get to him now, and KL will be very disappointed that his side haven't been able to maybe get one or two more before Bayern did. But when you've got players like Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, he brings brilliance, as does Douglas Costa as well. Dylan saying to take it back. Chupa, whatever his name is, has done this 2 nights in a row now. As Muller comes on for Gnabry. And here is Muller into Lewandowski. What can the Polish forward do? Kimmich. Eric Maxim Choupo. Back to Kimmich. Chance here maybe for Choupo. Ball towards him, but Strakosha gets the ball in the end, and it's a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. And I mean, Lazio, if they could win on the night, would be a decent result, but it doesn't mean anything in the complexion of the tie as Choupo comes forward again. The Cameroonian trying his hardest to get Bayern Munich another goal in this match and win the second leg. And of course, they're already winning the tie, but win the second leg in general. But here's Correa. Just getting in the way of each other for the moment there, Correa and Lulic. And the ball will go for a throw-in with 7 minutes left on the clock. And look, fair play to Kieran. He's really given it his all. And this Lazio side have played very well with 5 up top. We saw Lee Laffen try it, and it got him a goal back in the match. But ultimately, the teams he was playing off against, just like Kieran, just a little bit too strong as Douglas Costa comes forward. Already got a goal to his name. Here's Thomas Muller. Gets inside the edge of the box. Costa might go for it alone. He does. Deflection. But into the hands of Strakosha. And with 2 minutes left on the clock now, all Lazio can do is hope that the clock runs down as Choupo-Moting gets the ball. It's in for Muller! And that's another one to add insult to injury. And Bayern Munich are through to the next round with 5 goals on the board. And Thomas Muller, another one of the substitutes, sends Kieran Lawler and his Lazio side packing from the Champions League competition. And it was a lovely finish in the end from Thomas Muller. And well, it's just a real insult to injury goal, isn't it? A little bit like the Shakhtar goal in terms of Juve scoring late on and getting a 5th goal against Shakhtar. It's the same as that. And Thomas Muller celebrating an 89th minute goal that puts Bayern 5-2 up on aggregate. And of course, it looks like they're going to be winning the second leg overall as well. 2 minutes on the clock maybe for Lazio to get one more back in the match and make it 3-3 on the night. That would be quite good. Felipe, lovely long ball to Lazzari, who's onside. He gets himself into the box. Lazzari. Now it's Mariki. Lazzari still going here. Done really well. Takes on the shot, but good defending from Alphonso Davies. And that will be that. And what a victory for Bayern Munich on a night where Lazio gave it their all and they tried their hardest. Kieran Lawler and his Italian side just couldn't beat this unbelievable Bayern Munich team. With a 7-goal thriller to end the night, it ends 3-2 to Bayern Munich. And credit to Lazio, they gave it their all, but in the end it was too little, too late. And that means we have our quarter-final setup all done and dusted. KL says heartbreak, GG Dylan lad, and fair play to Dylan. He did very, very well indeed to bag 5 goals on a night where Lazio tried their hardest, but they just couldn't get a goal in the end. And that means now it's the moment that you guys have been waiting for. A quick 2-minute break, in fact a quick 1-minute break as I quickly sort out the draw. We'll be back in 1 minute for the quarter-final draw. Who's going to face who? Put your predictions in the chat and then we'll get it underway with the quarter-final draw. We'll be back in a minute's time. Do not go anywhere. and welcome back to the stream. It's the moment I think 8 managers have been waiting for. It has been quite the competition so far, but we are nowhere near done and dusted yet. Quarter-final draw coming up in just a moment's time, but without further ado, let's quickly go through some of the results that we have seen in the round of 16, because my lord, this has been an incredible day of action in our Sports Corner UCL Simmed tournament. We started off the afternoon with brilliant games. Juventus with a 5-2 win over Shakhtar Donetsk. Chris Welch's side ultimately too strong for the Ukrainian underdogs. That involved Kyle Middleton. Red Bull Salzburg with the biggest win of the evening and afternoon, 6-1 victors against Lokomotiv Moscow, and the fairy tale story for the Russians ended in pretty poor fashion. Real Madrid and Rowan O'Connell in a tight 2-1 victory against Atalanta. Credit to Adam Soft's side, did very well, but ultimately Rowan's team were just too strong. And then Natty Phillips and Liverpool, of course, Will Peakman, the manager, beating Spartak Moscow 4-2. And then our results from tonight, as we can see, Chelsea with a 5-2 defeat to Manchester United. Jordan Brennan with a brilliant result with the Red Devils. Inter Milan in an incredible 4-3 loss against RB Leipzig. What a game for Rory Fisher. Credit to him for what is no doubt the most brilliant manager in terms of technical goals in the tournament. Really gifted with his play so far. Manchester City won, PSG won. It wasn't the most mouth-watering games in terms of goals, but PSG did enough to go through to the next round on away goals, and then Bayern Munich there with a 5-2 victory we saw just a moment ago against Lazio. Brilliant result for them in the end. Really commendable. Right, I'm going to get the draw screen up. If it crashes, I apologise, because it did this last time. I bloody hope it doesn't do it again. So give me 2 seconds here. Tell me if it does crash. And I believe it hasn't. So we should be all good to go. And there we go. The draw screen is up. Just to clarify, can everybody see it in the stream? Do give me a heads up if you can or can't. And if I can't, I will try and sort it. But we will get that draw going in just a moment's time. 8 managers left in there. That's PSG, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Red Bull Salzburg, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester United, and RB Leipzig. I wish the very best of luck to all the managers. Just to give you confirmation, these games will be taking place tomorrow, and they will be taking place from 12 PM UK time. The Red Bull Salzburg game, whoever gets Red Bull Salzburg, that game will probably be last. The reason why is that's by the personal request of Rees Allen. Very best of luck. Let's get the draw underway. Here we go. First team out. Big moment for all the sides. And funnily enough, first team out is going to be Red Bull Salzburg. That is home advantage to Rees Allen. Of course, Red Bull Salzburg today with a big victory in their game. Quality result, 6-1 win against Lokomotiv Moscow. So Red Bull Salzburg, they will be playing in the next round of the Champions League tournament. Well, I mean, I tell you what, both of these, I guess you could say smaller sides to a certain extent, dodging the big boys. RB Leipzig, that's Rory Fisher, probably the best in terms of the big games overall for goals, constantly scoring quality goals as we saw today against Inter Milan. And Red Bull Salzburg, RB Leipzig, one of those managers is about to make the semi-finals. That's Rees Allen against Rory Fisher. Big draw for those two teams. Once again, Red Bull Salzburg up against RB Leipzig. So that's our first quarter final. That game will be taking place as the last match tomorrow afternoon. Let's go on to the next game though. Next man out. Paris Saint-Germain. You will be the first game up tomorrow afternoon. That is, of course, Nathan Hale. Brilliant result for him today in what was a very tough clash against Manchester City, who tried the hardest to get themselves a really good result. Nathan Hale has just put in the stream he wants Liverpool so badly. Wheel, take it away. Nathan Hale will be facing Juventus. So that's PSG versus Juventus. That's Nathan Hale up against Chris Welch. Very good tie there. And I tell you what, if you're Chris Welch, you've had one of the toughest runs of the tournament so far. You faced Dortmund, you faced off against Shakhtar, and now you're facing off against Paris Saint-Germain. So that is Nathan Hale up against Chris Welch and his Juventus team. Let's move on to game number 3 now. This will be Quite an affair. But who's going to face off against who? First man out, Bayern Munich. And for once, Dylan Cleary will be buzzing because he's not the last man out of the draw. So Bayern Munich with the home advantage in the draw. Of course, we just saw them a few moments ago with an incredible win over Lazio. Really been good in this tournament so far. Bayern Munich and Dylan Cleary will be playing in the next round of the competition. Oh, what a tie! Real Madrid. It's Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid in the next round. And I tell you what, these two teams have had some incredible clashes over the last few years in real life. But we might be about to have it on the virtual pitch, which means Bayern Munich taking on Real Madrid, which means we've got another Premier League clash. But who's got the home advantage? The answer is Mr. Will P. It's an all Premier League tie as Liverpool will face off against Jordan Brennan's Manchester United. What a draw. We'll go through it all in a second as I just quickly write it out. But we've got some absolutely incredible games tomorrow. So once again, just very quickly, for those of you wondering, if you've just missed in the chat, some of the games going on. What a quarter-final draw it is. We've got tomorrow Red Bull Salzburg. That is Reece Allen. He's up against RB Leipzig. That's Rory Fisher. Both those managers delighted, of course, to have a chance to go through to the semi-final. PSG, that's Nathan Hale. He'll be coming up against Juventus. That is, of course, managed by Chris Welch. Bayern Munich, that's Dylan Cleary. He'll be coming up against Real Madrid, who is managed by Rowan O'Connell. And then finally, Liverpool, that's Will Pete, taking on Manchester United. Woohoo! We've got some right clashes on the board. That, of course, is Jordan Brennan, who is the manager. Those fixtures will be taking place from tomorrow afternoon. There isn't an evening session tomorrow, so all 4 of those games will be played in the afternoon from 12 PM UK time. You do not want to miss out on it. We'll have the semi-finals and the final being played on Monday evening from about, I think, 6 o'clock. So that is the draw, and that is tonight's action, all done and dusted. We've got 4 brilliant, brilliant ties to come, but the real question is, who's going to make the quarter-final? I'll be back tomorrow afternoon from 12 PM UK time. The first match tomorrow afternoon is going to be PSG up against Juventus. So do send your teams in. As always, if you do want to send your teams in, then please do check out our social media links. As you can see, our Twitter is at @the_top_corner and our Instagram is @the_sportscorner_. Do send them in if you want your teams to be sorted out nice and early. But as for now, I'll be back tomorrow from 12 PM UK time. Rome will be live, don't forget, with the F1 Bahrain Grand Prix from 4 PM. So lots of content to come. But as for now, I will see you guys tomorrow for an incredible quarter-final draw. Take care, everyone. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, you ever are. I can't even bloody speak anymore. And I will see you again soon. Good night.